The Giants affectionately call their games torture, emotionally draining, close games where disaster lurks. But in the end, a victory emerges. Too often this season, it's the Diamondbacks who have fallen prey to that torture. But tonight offers one more shot at redemption. The two teams won't meet again until August. So the D-backs seek to make a statement to the Giants and to themselves that they can afflict some torture of their own. D-backs Giants Game 3 is next.
Downtown Phoenix, Arizona, and Chase Field, where it's hot outside, but we're hoping for some hot bats for the Diamondbacks tonight as they take on the San Francisco Giants. And Diamondbacks baseball presented by your Valley Hyundai dealers. The Giants have won the first two games of this series. They've taken a half-game lead to a 2.5-game advantage going into the finale of this three-game set. Hello again, everybody. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Darren will be back with you tomorrow night with the Diamondbacks take on the White Sox. Gracie, this Giants ball club, they like to win the close ball games, especially against the Diamondbacks. 75 innings between these two clubs this year. The Diamondbacks have led only 13 times in those innings.
Oh, my goodness. That's just tough, and that's the way it is with the San Francisco Giants. These guys don't give up many runs, and they beat you in low-scoring, one-run games. And the Diamondbacks now 1-7 against the world champs, and they have got to find a way to play, well, D-backs baseball instead of Giants baseball, Greg. And what I mean is the Giants seem to get a lead and then hold on with their bullpen. Well, what the Diamondbacks need to do is score first, and they haven't been able to do that in the first two games because the Giants have scored a run in the top of the first both times. That's got to change.
Catch-up ball's no fun.
Exactly. You can't do it.
Diamondbacks will turn to Ian Kennedy, their ace tonight, looking for his 8th win of the year.
Yeah, he's been such a good surprise, I guess, if you will. A lot of people didn't think he could be the opening day starter for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Boy, has he proved a lot of people wrong. He has been an anchor at the top of the rotation. This is the biggest game of the year for him, I think. I think anytime you play the Giants, it's the biggest game of the year.
Quite a story on the mound for the San Francisco Giants tonight, and I'm talking about Ryan Vogelsong, the 33-year-old right-hander.
Yeah, Ryan Vogelsong has, up until this year, struggled just about all over the world. He's struggled in Japan. He's struggled in the minor leagues. He's been with the Giants before, the Pirates. He's been all over the place. This year, he has been fabulous. He was a guy that wasn't even supposed to make the starting rotation for the Giants. Instead, he has taken the ball, and he has dominated, a big reason why these guys are on top of the West.
Yeah, Barry Zito, one of the DL, he came up. Well, yesterday was a very big day, a very emotional day for Willie Bloomquist. Diamondbacks and Giants coming up next, but Brad will join you to talk about Willie Bloomquist's emotional day when we come back.
that he is normally not known for doing. That's taking one up and out of the yard. Only the second home run all season for Willie, but it was a very special home run, not only for Willie, but for a very special young man. You know, it's been quite a week for Willie. He was involved Tuesday in what could have been a very tragic car accident. He escaped that unscathed, and then last night before the game, he did something that he tries to do at least once every homestand, and that's to host a young person from the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Last night his guest was that young man to the right, Abe Speck. He's been battling some problems, and so, you know, Abe was hoping Willie could do something very special for him. He did just that.
No, that was all a tribute to Abe, who showed up today, my kid from the Phoenix Children's. He told me I was going to hit a home run today. I looked at him like he was crazy. I said, "Do you realize I don't hit very many home runs?" And he goes, "But today you're going to hit one. If you do, can you point at me?" And I said, "Sure thing, man." So I was around the bases. I was like, "No way, this is happening." So, you know, that's the secret. Just I got to have him come out to some more games, I guess.
Just a great story, and for more on that, make sure you head to foxsportsarizona.com. I've got a one-on-one interview with Willie that I did today, and also Jack Magruder has a follow-up story on young Abe Speck. Great stuff. D-backs looking to wrap up this series with a win against the Giants. Yeah, time to make a statement against the reigning world champs. Greg and Mark have the call on Fox Sports Arizona after a quick timeout.
Brought to you by Gila River Casinos. Play slots with your Players Club card at any Gila River Casino, and you can win $2,000 to $20,000 instantly. By Jack in the Box, right now, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. Well, here we go. Game 3. Diamondbacks need a win to prevent the Giants from sweeping.
Got a little work to do.
Yes, they do. And Ian Kennedy's the man to get the baseball. He's been very good against the Giants in his career. To the tune of a 2.16 ERA. 3-0 decisions, 1 win. First pitch of the ball game, and it's a strike. We're underway, says Kerwin Danley.
Kerwin Danley, the home plate umpire, a former teammate of mine at San Diego State.
Well, he stayed in the game, right?
He's been around a long time now. He's had a good long umpiring career.
Aaron Rowan at the plate. Several of the Diamondback pitchers who were out taking BP before the ball game were going through the stance, the preparedness of Aaron Rowan, copying his batting stance.
Just watching that hurts my feet and my back and shoulders, knees. It works for him.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been very productive with it. He starts this game by lining out to center field to Chris Young. Let's take a look at the Giants lineup. By the way, that's the first time in 3 games they have not gotten the leadoff man on. Rowan followed by Burris, and then Sandoval up in the cleanup spot. Then it's Ross, Sherholtz, Crawford, Whiteside the catcher, and Vogelsong. Pretty good hitting pitcher.
It's tough to score first, and we talked about that coming on the air, Greg. In order to beat the Giants, you can't play their game, and their game is to get a 1-0, 2-0 lead, and then use that great pitching staff to hang on. But you have to score first to beat these Giants, but you can't do it if you're giving up runs in the first inning, and that's what's happened in the first 2 games.
There's a strike to Manny Burris. First game, Torres singled. He ended up scoring. Last night, Rowan got a single, then a double play, but they still manufactured a run of that inning. So the Giants have scored first. They've scored often in this series, and they have won the first 2 ball games up high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I think also with Joe Saunders or Ian Kennedy, whenever you wake up in the morning and you know you're going to pitch that night against Bruce Bochy's Giants, you know if I give up more than 2 runs, I'm probably going to lose the ball game. Joe was good last night, but just not quite good enough.
That's a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, some teams, you know, you're going to get some runs against.
Right.
This Giants ball club, they're pretty stingy. Although I did a comparison, and I'll get to it here momentarily. As Burris spats with 1 out, nobody on. And he'll take strike 3. Kennedy a strikeout. He's gotten the first 2.
Well, Burris just got locked up by an inside fastball. Right to the glove of Miguel Montero, right to the inside corner. Kerwin Danley rings it right up. Tell me about this comparison.
Well, numbers are different, of course, but the Giants' road ERA is 3.59, 6th in the National League. You know what the Diamondbacks' road ERA is?
I'm guessing it can't be much worse.
It's 3.52. It's actually better.
Really?
On the road. But the Giants have won 20 games. The Diamondbacks on the road have won, 17? They got to the 500 mark. But you get the idea. I mean,
right.
They've fared well pitching away from Chase Field, which is what you've got to do. You got to pitch well in your own ballpark. You got to win ball games in your own ballpark. You got to try and finish a little over 500 or right 500 on the road.
Boy, Ian Kennedy putting on a clinic right now as far as staying on the corners. Fastball in for strike 1, fastball away, strike 2.
If he's doing this all night, could be a long night for the Giants. 0-2 pitch to Sandoval is a little bit outside.
But a good 0-2 pitch right there, just 4 or 5 inches off the plate. Sandoval likes to swing the bat. He's one of those old-fashioned Yogi Berra, Manny Sanguin bad ball hitters, if you will.
Do you think he likes to swing the bat against the Diamondbacks?
He's not only hit well against the Diamondbacks, he's really hurt the Diamondbacks with long balls, big, multi-RBI home runs and gappers.
2 quick outs here. Opening inning for Ian Kennedy. And a swing and a foul back. I was watching one of the ball games on the MLB network today before it came in, Baltimore.
Right.
Talking about Vladimir Guerrero, who's one of those kind of guys.
Sure.
Never struck out 100 times in a season.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
He was a guy that.
But yeah, you see some of his swings, which you'll see some of these. And
swings at everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Kirby Puckett was the same way.
Yeah.
The great Kirby Puckett. Rarely walked, but rarely struck out.
Swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts for Ian Kennedy against the Diamondbacks. Off to a nice, quick start. They'll bat against Ryan Vogelsong. pair of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. And the Diamondbacks come to bat in the bottom of the first inning with a little different looking lineup tonight, brought to you by Southwest. Kelly Johnson will lead it off, and then Stephen Drew's batting second. Upton in the third spot. Young batting cleanup. Montero fifth. Miranda in the sixth hole. Roberts at third base hitting seventh. Parra eighth. And Ian Kennedy in the ninth spot. Well, Ryan Vogelsong, he's been very good.
My goodness. That's your number 5 starter right there, folks. Huh.
And beginning May 8th, lowest ERA in the major leagues, over 45 and third inning, 7 starts, an ERA of 0.99. So he gets it rolling, and he has been rolling. Kelly takes a strike. 33 years old, 10th start of the season. Giants are 7-2 in his 9 starts. See Kelly's numbers. Very trying April into about mid-May for Kelly, and then he started to pick it up some. The extra base hits have come along to the tune of 27 now in the year, and he's getting his RBI total up to 30. Trying to get on here ahead of Drew. Strike.
What, just a perfect fastball on the outside corner.
Lefties, Gracie, 21 for 110 against this right-hander, only a 191 average.
Nothing. Minuscule.
Ahead of Johnson, and he misses outside, 2-2. Well, here's what you talked about. Ian Kennedy got the shutdown inning. Can the Diamondbacks grab a lead?
That's what they're looking to do. That's how you have to go about your business against the Giants. You have to score first. Playing catch-up is not the way to beat these guys. Their pitching staff is just way too good.
Full count, 3-2. What was that?
That was a big old curveball. It just didn't do anything.
Didn't do much anything,
yeah.
did it? Well, sometimes you got to feel for it when you first come in. Sometimes you got to work through it. That'll get out of play.
Kelly Johnson doing a good job in the leadoff spot here. That's already 6 pitches he's seen from Vogelsong.
Giants go home after this one. They've got the A's this weekend in Oakland, while the Diamondbacks welcome in the White Sox.
That's always a big series up in the Bay Area.
That Oakland ball club beat up a little bit too, especially their pitching staff.
Pitching staff, yeah, just about all of them on the disabled list at one time or another during the season.
3-2 to Kelly, and he struck him out swinging. Let's take a look at the Giant defense behind Vogelsong. He's got Ross in left field, Rowan in center, and Sherholtz around and right. Sandoval's at third base, Crawford at short, Burris at second, Huff at first, and Whiteside doing the catching. That's Ross looking things over. Rowan. Sherholtz. Sherholtz a very good defender out there in right. Stephen Drew batting second tonight. He takes one down low. I was talking to Stephen before the ball game. I said 50 games in the cleanup spot. I said, you're number 2 tonight. He says, I don't care where I hit.
As long as I'm in the lineup, yep. Exactly. You expect nothing less from Stephen Drew.
He fouls one back. Where's his career right now, Gracie? Did you see? Boy, Fan almost took a tumble there. Foul ball.
Oh, he definitely did take a tumble.
But, you know, Stevens put up some pretty good numbers since coming up.
I would say he is an all-star caliber Major League Baseball player. Just hasn't made the all-star game yet. It's a tough position to make it.
Yeah.
But I think also defensively he is Gold Glove caliber.
Yeah, nothing flashy. He just makes the plays. And he's a gap hitter. A lot of triples in his career. 4 already this year. And he'll roll over on this one. Hit it to Huff. He'll take it to the bag himself. And Vogelsong's got a couple of quick outs here, as Kennedy did in his first inning. Here comes Upton now with 2 men down. Strikeout and a ground out for this right-hander. Upton has had that batting average climbing. He's now 285 on the year. Well, the Giants are stingy. They're stingy all the way around, but especially in the first inning. This, for the Giants, is their, 68th game. 16 first inning runs all season. That's it. 16. Fewest to Major League Baseball. That's spreading it out. Run here, run there, not too many. That's one of the guys who will limit you. In fact, two of the guys. Lincecum leaning and Kane right next to him. 2-0 on Justin. Kane pointing. Lincecum looking with that smile. Bumgarner's in that group also. That's a pretty talented trio right there.
Some dandies. And this guy's been, numbers-wise, better than all of them.
Yeah, he's the old man in the group at 33. Throws a strike.
Just threw a fastball right down the middle, and that one actually froze Justin Upton.
3 years in Japan for Vogelsong. Came back, got an invite. Spring training. Yeah,
sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Jammed it with that one. Sometimes all you need is an opportunity. Just ask Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts wasn't supposed to make this ball club this year. That was supposed to be Jeff Blum.
You know, there are a lot of good stories along those lines. And, you know, some last an entire season, some last 3 or 4, some last only 3 or 4 months. But there are a lot of good stories along those lines. Two to Upton with 2 down, and it's just a bit outside. This date in Diamondbacks history, Gracie, I know you remember 2001. He started off well, didn't finish very well, but Robert Ellis won his 6th game on this date back in 2001.
He was the good luck charm there. Every 5th day we scored about 10 runs every night.
His ERA was a little high, but you know, he was getting the wins. Upton hits a foul ball down the right field line. That was the name of the pass, though, Robert Ellis.
I'll tell you what, he's another guy that provided a lot of good stuff in the championship season. You don't win without him.
Yeah.
Later got injured in the season. He didn't pitch in the postseason or anything, but I don't know if we win that division over the Giants and Dodgers without him.
Full count on Upton, trying to become the game's first base runner. Vogelsong trying to set the D-backs down in order. And he does, just as Kennedy did. 2 strikeouts for both pitchers in the first inning. After 1, there is no score. Brought to you by Fry's. Like us on Facebook during today's game. Receive a coupon for huge savings. Fry's Fresh Food, famous low prices. and by Bad Teacher in theaters June 24th. Well, our good friends at Church's Fried Chicken passing out some sweet tea. That's a jalapeno there. I guess if you got a jalapeno around, you need something sweet.
Nothing screams sweet tea like a jalapeno.
Yeah. High pop fly. Foul ball. Montero back near the screen. And he's got it. Aubrey up for the first pitch. Fouls out to start the 7th inning. Well, any pitcher will tell you he loves getting an out on one pitch.
Well, strikeouts are wonderful, but one pitch, one out's even better.
It's Cody Ross. Both pitchers matched one another in the first inning. A pair of strikeouts. Ross comes in, 268. And he's been big in their first 2 ball games. He's got 3 doubles. Kennedy gets ahead of him.
That's that new little cut fastball that he's been throwing this year, Greg. It's been a pretty good weapon for him.
1-1 pitch. Strike.
Right back with that same cutter.
Yeah, he's in and out all around right now. He's got that strike zone located early, hasn't he? As Charles Nagy, as a pitching coach, looks on.
He's done an awfully good job with this staff this year.
Really has. His first go around in the big leagues. Successful in the minor leagues. Well, Ian Kennedy, first 25 starts in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks. You can see those numbers. Look at the last 21, an ERA under 3. 2.75, 9 wins. Look at the batting average against 207. Home runs are down.
And honestly, last year, Greg, I was mid to late August. I was about ready to throw dirt on Ian Kennedy. I thought he was done for the season. Then he had a marvelous September, and he hadn't quit since. And he just struck out Cody Ross on a changeup.
His 3rd strikeout of the night, 2 quick outs here. They backed off his in-between start routine a little bit. And they feel that really helped him. And he was as strong as anybody down the stretch. So.
And he earned the right to be the opening day starter. And, boy, he has not looked back.
No. Sherrill takes the ball inside, 1-0. Well, Gracie, we can almost say all of the other baseball is complete, but there are a couple of games late on this Thursday. Swing and a miss.
There's that pretty change up again, 1-0. Sherholtz over aggressive there and swung at one in the dirt.
Two quick outs here in the 2nd for Kennedy. High and tight.
Yeah, it's not going to be long from now. All the baseball eyes are going to be on us. Well, that makes me nervous.
We'll handle it. A few teams in the National League got the day off, didn't they? Here's a ground ball hit sharply to short. Drew gobbles it up. This inning is over. 1-2-3. 2 innings in a row for Ian Kennedy. Diamondbacks bat in the bottom of the 2nd. Chris Young will lead it off. Chris Young, a big at bat late in the ballgame, Gracie. This double down the line. Watch Aaron Rome play it.
With the bare hand, a strike to Tejada, a strike to Whiteside, and out by 30 feet, Kelly Johnson. That's what championship teams do. You force them to make a play, they make the play.
That was the tying run cut down to the plate.
You just rarely see teams like the Giants or the Yankees or the Phillies. They just rarely beat themselves.
Yeah.
You have to go out and earn it.
So here now is Chris Young to lead it off, doubling a home run last night. And he takes the ball outside from Vogelsong. Well, our Geico quote from Matt Williams: we didn't get here by being passive. My right arm works, and I'm going to use it.
Now, he's never been one to make excuses. Nope. He's never one to look for alibis. That's why myself and so many people respect that man.
One of the more respected players when he played the game. Absolutely. And even now.
Absolutely. He's still got legions of Giants fans as well.
2-0 on CY and a swing and a miss. How about that pitch on 2-0?
Right on the outside corner. And he got Chris Young to flail at it. Maybe a little bit off the plate, but Chris had his mind made up. He wanted a piece of it. He just swings right through it.
A 2-1 pitch. It's fouled back and out of play. Young's closing in on 260. Well, I remember when he was down in the 220s or so. He's been swinging a hot bat. 13 homers, 36 runs batted in. In fact,
just an extra base hit machine.
Last 22 games, Gracie, he's hit at a 338 clip.
He's one of the many reasons the Diamondbacks came into this series one of the hottest teams in baseball.
He fouls one right back.
Make that
here.
play. Make that play. We got it. We got it.
Getting out of here. Where is it? It's right here. I got it. We flip it down.
He's got it.
Who wants it? I've had too many of those come too close over time.
Plus, they hurt your hands.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're easier to catch when they were rolling to a stop. Young hit by a pitch.
Oh, that got him. That hurt him.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, they're calling a foul ball. All you have to do is take off your glove and show Kerwin Danley.
Take it off, Chris. Let's see.
Yeah, got his forearm.
Yeah, definitely got him. Well, he should be at first base.
Show him your forearm, Chris. That's all you got to do. Ow. Ow. Yeah, right there.
He showed him. Well, he should be at first base.
Yeah.
He should be at first base. Nobody out of the Diamondback dugout, and 2-2 count here. Now it's Chris calls time, backs out.
Yeah, somebody screaming, you wanted to hit anyway.
Yeah.
Went right back in there in the same spot. That's what those dastardly pitchers do. You know,
every time.
You hit me in the forearm, now you just run one right back in there in the same area.
Fouling off your foot,
exactly.
Come right back down and in.
It's just mean and rotten. Tell Candyman I said that.
You talk to the pitchers, and boy, everything's against them. 2-2, looking for our first base runner of the night. It's out of play. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. I think we're due for one of those now. What do you think?
Boy, tough to get those against the Giants, but I say celebrate with some tacos. We'll be here tomorrow, so I'll take them, yeah.
Outside, full count, 3-2.
Good at-bat here. No matter what the result is at the end of this at-bat, it's been a very good at-bat by Chris Young. He's battled Vogelsong, made him work hard, laid off some tough pitches.
Got hit.
Got hit by a pitch.
And now here comes the 3-2. And a dribbler foul down the third base line.
It just continues.
You notice the bounce and the step of Pablo Sandoval this year compared to last year when he had all that extra weight? Everything he does right now, he's just hopping and floating all the way around there and just having a good old time. Enjoying the game again. He's playing every day. Bruce Bochy benched him from time to time, especially postseason last year. And they still love him in San Francisco and points beyond. The huggable panda. This has been a long at bat for Chris Young. Counts full, and he's been up there probably for about 5 minutes here. And a ground foul again. Well, we talk about the Panda. He had some fun. The fan had fun with the Panda, and the Panda had fun with the fan last night on this foul ball.
Who's got it, the Panda or the fan?
What?
Good stuff.
He got a smile.
He got a standing ovation from, and a good smile from Pablo Sandoval.
That was a great reaction by the fan, though. CY in the center field. Bank on it goes wrong. He's going to get it. And a long at bat. A good at bat for Young. Actually hit by a pitch in the at bat, but didn't get his base, and he flies out to start the second inning. And now a red hot hitter, Gracie, Miguel Montero.
Sure has. He has been red hot.
He's hitting 6 straight, 10 for 23.
Greg, what do you think his chances of playing in the Midsummer Classic are?
Well, you know, with Posey out now, he's stopped.
Yadier Molina having a good year in St.
Brian
Louis.
McCann.
Brian McCann.
Just looking at some of the others. Yeah, I mean, he should definitely get consideration, if not be on the team. And the fact that
836.
It is here in Phoenix. Maybe that sways a little bit. But I mean, his bat has been on fire. He had that 4 RBI game, followed it up with a 3 RBI game. Last night had a pinch hit at bat and got a hit. He drove in 3 with that home run here on Tuesday. He's hit 8 on the year, and he hits this one to first. And this will be out number 2 as Hupp flips to Vogelsong. Well, this July, baseball's biggest stars gather in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night in the summer's biggest event. Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 12th, live from Phoenix at 5 Pacific, only on Fox. Here's Juan Miranda, who was up as a tying run in the 9th inning last night against Brian Wilson and grounded into a force play to win the game.
Hit it hard.
Yep. X had a rough night last night. 4 bats and 4 walks back to the dugout.
Yeah, those are rough nights, unfortunately, but it's not the first time he's had a tough night. He knows how to put it behind him, but he's going to get a much deserved rest and watch Juan Miranda do it tonight.
No base runners yet. Oh, nice.
Beautiful changeup.
Had him out front, 1-1. First time around for the Diamondbacks against Vogelsong. They've made adjustments over pitchers they have not seen very well this year. Outside.
Came back with that same changeup and missed with it.
I don't think he's thrown another curve since the one he tried, has he? Maybe one or two,
but yeah, not very many.
Scooped by Huff on a hop. to the bag. That's it. Up's been busy. And after 2 here, no base runners and no scoring Phoenix.
See, I can read your face right there. You're thinking, if I get a couple more hits and we score a couple more runs, Grace might get in the game.
either that
6-run lead isn't quite enough to get Grace in the game.
Either that or Brilla give me the rest of the day off.
If we get up 8 or 10, Grace might be able to play. So thank you. I appreciate you having my back like that, T.
Well, Stephen Drew takes care of Brandon Crawford to the first pitch of the 3rd inning of the scoreless game. Sunday, it's the premiere of Mark Grace's Diamondbacks Championship Theater. Grace and his former teammate Tony Womack relived the emotional Father's Day game from the 2001 championship season. Mark Grace Diamondbacks Championship Theater presented by Fry's, Sunday at 4. Only on Fox Sports Arizona. That looks like it's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun. You're going to love hearing from those guys. I'm just kind of the guy.
That was a great
getting them going. Yeah, we're gonna have Tony Womack, and that's gonna be the Father's Day edition of this thing. You're gonna love it, folks. Womack, just one of many stars that come and hang out with me a little bit, talk about that championship season. Bob Brenly's gonna be there. Matt Williams gonna be there. Kurt Schilling gonna be there. Gonzo. I mean, it's
you got Big Schill.
Oh man, I got a little pull around here, Greg.
I guess. There's Matty. Well, you know, the great thing about that ball club, there's that number 20, Gonzo War, retired here at Chase Field. As fun as it was to watch on the field, it was almost as much fun being around the clubhouse on a daily basis, just to see what was going to go on.
It was a group of characters, but boy, I'll tell you what, when that bell rung, boy, it got real professional, didn't it?
Yeah, you know, you never had to be told, hey, we need to do this or we need to do that. You guys all patrolled yourself, policed yourself.
Exactly. Not many guys really needed to be policed because we were the oldest team in baseball. Yeah. And that was I'll always treasure the 13 years I had in Chicago, but boy, there's something about being called a world champion, Greg, that just words are difficult to come.
And we're going to relive that at Chase Field come September, the weekend of September 9th, 10th, and 11th here at Chase. The 10th year celebration anniversary of the 2001 World Championship. Eli Whiteside into right field. Upton coming on.
I don't think anybody's going to get a hit tonight, Greg.
2 quick outs. David Robleski, we're already into the 3rd inning before we have time to set the defense. Parra, Young, and Upton in the outfield, left to right. Roberts at 3rd, Drew at short, Johnson at 2nd, Miranda at 1st, and Montero catching Kennedy. Here's Ryan Vogelsong, who's 4 for 18 as a hitter with a double. A couple of RBIs.
He's got some power in his bat, too. You can't take him for granted at all.
He takes a strike. He pitched against the Diamondbacks in 2001. In that 18-inning, 1-0 ball game, he worked 3 innings and was saddled with a loss. Dusty Baker had run out of players. Vogelsong had to bat in the bottom of the 18th with his team down, and he hit a double. He ended up on third base when that game ended on a fly ball to right fielder Reggie Sanders. Right. Bonds was at second, but that was that was 10 years ago. Think about that. And here he is back in the big leagues. That shows you how his career's gone. That's in the right center. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Told you he could hit. Well, here it was. The date, May 29th, 2001. It was almost 1 in the morning. There's Durazo down the line. Durazo only in the lineup because Mark Grace was hurt.
That's right. About the 5th inning, I got out of there. I tweaked a hamstring, and that was a veteran move getting out of that one in the 5th inning.
Wasn't that the game where Brenly promised you guys if you wanted, no more infield the rest of the year?
That's exactly right.
There's Rowan now with their first base runner of the night and a strike from Kennedy. Rowan lined to center to start the ball game. There's that batting stance, the get ready to hit stance of Aaron Rowan. High towering fly ball to left. Parr back, gonna get it. Nearly
just missed it, didn't it?
And that's it. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 3rd, no score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd here at Chase Field. Greg Schulte, Mark Grace, no score. Well, watch Kachinko. Find out and learn how you can play right here at Chase Field by going to the interactive kiosk section. 111 during Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home games. And you can learn how to play.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's interesting.
Go ahead and call him, one of you lovely ladies out there. I don't know if that's the way I'd go about doing it, but never know.
Hey,
throw enough lines in the water, you know, so you might get a bite.
It's a new age. Brian Roberts will lead it off for the Diamondbacks. Bottom 3rd of the order. Parr and then Kennedy against Ryan Vogelsong, who is set down. Vogelsong's been the only base runner in this game. 2-out single 3rd inning. He has set down all 6 D-backs. Roberts takes a breaking ball, a little high ball 1.
There was the attempted curveball again, Greg.
Got a good one for you here in a moment on Vogelsong.
Good little nugget.
Yep. Outside. Vogelsong tied, remember Daddy Wags, Leon Wagner? Tied Leon Wagner and Chris Spire for the longest stretch between stints with the Giants since 1958. He went from 2001 to 2011. There's a shot to center, but Rowan's right there. And one away.
Yeah, he went a long time between wearing the San Francisco colors, and boy, they're thrilled to have him back.
And how ironic, we were talking about Jason Schmidt last night. Vogelsong was traded with Armando Rios to Pittsburgh July of 2001 for one Jason Schmidt.
At the time, you were thinking it was a pretty good steal for the San Francisco Giants. Boy. Fate works in strange ways, doesn't it?
Yeah. Strike one to Parra. Parra hitting 275. He's got a little hit streak going. 7 straight, hitting 333. And he hits this one down to first. That's a fair ball. Doug Eddings was undecided. Yeah. Parra's on the second base with a double. His body was going, and he was starting to point foul. He kind of brought it back to shoot fair.
Okay, first thing I have to do if I'm Doug Eddings, first thing I'm going to do, okay, I got to get out of the way of this ball. Second of all, I got to get out of the way of Aubrey Huff, and then, okay, it's fair.
Well, he did get it right.
He sure did. And it's probably strange for Doug Eddings. The ball went to his left, but yet he had to point to his right. So I can see the confusion there.
But he did a nice job.
But he got the call right. First hit for the Diamondbacks.
And now here is Kennedy. Ian's got an RBI. He's got 2 hits on the year. He did some damage. He had 11 hits last season. Showing bunt, going to swing, and he fouls it back. Strike one.
Aubrey Huff never moved.
No.
And neither did Pablo Sandoval.
Sandoval actually moved back to the bag after he, just like.
Yeah, go ahead and bunt all you want.
Huff looking into the dugout and said, "You want me still back here?" And they say, "Yeah." So they're not thinking he's bunting with 1 out. Vogelsong bluffs Parra back to second. Nobody there to cover. That Crawford kid's a big shortstop, and he's got some great size on him out there. You look at him.
He can defend with the best of them. Still hadn't put it together offensively, but he's been more than good enough out there at the defensive side of shortstop.
Fouled it back to the screen. Ian had a good cut. I think it's safe to say the last couple of seasons, especially the Diamondbacks starting pitchers, have done a very nice job with the bat.
No question.
There's Matty down at third, hoping to wave Parra around here with a run. Get the Diamondbacks a lead that we talked about in the open.
Yeah, shoot. Zach Duke with a couple of home runs this year.
Outside, nice play by Whiteside. Well, today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. And we say not only welcome, but thank you. Thank you very much.
Come home safe.
Yep.
Come home soon.
We're glad to give you some baseball to watch. Kennedy, a swing and a miss. And that's out number 2 in the inning. Third strikeout for Vogelsong. We're able to do what we can do here just because of you.
Doggone right.
Okay, Gracie, second time around now on Vogelsong. This is Kelly Johnson, who struck out his first time up.
I was going to say, the way Ian Kennedy and Vogelsong are pitching, there's a lot of hitters not wanting that second time around. Yeah. Honestly, just throwing a lot of fastballs. Just an occasional changeup, an occasional breaking ball, but really mowing through the Diamondbacks right now with fastballs. Just well-located fastballs.
Diamondbacks were 0 for 5 last night with runners in scoring position.
Good curveball there. Right over the top of it goes Kelly Johnson. Watch this thing just snap.
Kelly's second in the National League in strikeouts, 81. Drew Stubbs has fanned 92 times already this year. Cincinnati. There's a dribbler foul behind the plate. Now it's 1-2. Diamondbacks in need of a win here tonight. Cut that lead to a game and a half.
Feel a lot better about things with San Francisco getting on a plane tonight after this one. Feel a lot better about things 1.5 out than 3.5 out. Just missed in the inside corner. Goodness.
I mean, just missed. 2-2.
Probably a little bit inside.
Parr at second, 2 down. The Miguel Tejada, who's stepped
Andres Torres, Miguel Tejada, both swung and missed. Looks like Jonathan Sanchez over there as well in between them. That's another guy that you don't hear about in that starting rotation. It's awfully good. Jonathan Sanchez
came within a whisker of getting a perfect game a couple of years ago, settled for a no-hitter. Whiteside had a long talk at the mound with Vogelsong, and Kerwin Danley went out to get him. So they'll settle back behind the plate. Kelly will settle back into the batter's box as Bruce Bochy watches on a 2-2 count to Kelly Johnson. Parr at second, 2 down here. Full count. 3-2 at Drew next. Again, the roof panels open here tonight.
Gorgeous evening for baseball. Nobody complaining about the roof being open, is there?
Haven't heard any, no. I mean, you know, there might be some out there, but you look around, I don't see people fanning themselves.
It's a beautiful evening. Love that roof open.
High and tight. Drew's going to get a chance with 2 on and 2 out here. First walk given up by Vogelsong. He didn't want very many. Every time a Diamondback hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Drew grounded out his first time up.
Well, there's somebody fanning herself. Yeah, I'll say she's hot.
Outside, ball 1. I knew our
I couldn't resist that
and
one.
I knew our crack crew would find somebody. Johnson there at the bottom of the screen at first base. Parr, who doubles at second, 2 men out. Drew trying to get the Diamondbacks on top here. And he fouls one back to the screen. Drew hitting 300. Runners in scoring position. Drew looking for that 40th RBI. He tops the club with 39. First 5 of the Diamondbacks lineup tonight with 30 or more runs batted in. Roberts close behind at 29.
Well, good take right there. That was a tough pitch to lay off.
Sure was.
It was out of the strike zone, no question, but boy.
Now, when you see that take, are you thinking, well, they're starting to read this guy a little
I'm thinking fastball right here. Yeah, well, maybe. I think a lot of times you take it because you're so fooled.
Well, it's possible, too.
He got the fastball.
Line.
Couldn't do anything with it.
Now the count's 2-2, so those old deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 count on the hitter. D-backs starting to get his pitch count up just a bit. He's nearing 60 here in 3 innings, Vogelsong.
They have put some good at-bats on him now. They've ended in outs for the most part, but they've really made Vogelsong work. There haven't been a whole lot of 1 or 2 pitch outs.
No. Drew digging in on 2-2. And a floater down the left field line. Over goes Ross, and he's got it. This side is retired. Diamondbacks turned away. They'll leave a pair, and after 3, there's no score. No scores. We go to the top of the 4th here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Diamondbacks and the Giants. Our AT&T trivia question. Which 3 former Diamondback players have played the most positions in one season? Which 3 most positions in one season? We bring that up because the guy walking to the plate right now for the San Francisco Giants, their starting second baseman Manny Burris has played 5 different positions this year for the Giants. So we're asking you which 3 Diamondbacks have played the most positions. There's a strike, and we will give you a clue that the 3 we're talking about played 6 different positions. I'm going to guess 1 being Andy Fox.
You were always a big Andy Fox fan, weren't you?
Andy played the game hard. You know, he and DeLucci, Augie Ojeda, we always kind of lumped those guys together. They were fan favorites. 2-0 count here. Ryan Roberts right there. Ryan's played 3rd, short, 2nd. I don't think he's played 6. There's a strike. I'm going to say no on Ryan. Kennedy has struck out 3. 1 hit, that was to Vogelsong. 2, 3, and 4 in the inning here. In the 4th. There's a shot to left center. Par over, back, and has it. He took a little different route to that ball than where it ended up, but he still made the play.
Yeah, he was doing some button hooks and some down and ins, but after a couple of pass patterns, he makes the play. He's played an awful good left field, hadn't he?
You know, we were talking to the radio side. With his arm and the way he has improved in left field, that you know, maybe someday if he gets enough at bats, and he's grimacing a little bit out there. I wonder if he's okay. Shaking his head. You wonder if Gold Glove material somewhere down the line. There's a foul back.
Well, if they give a Golden Arm,
he's got
award, he's certainly going to be there. But yeah, he'd have to become an everyday player.
That's what I said. Get enough games in there and starts. Swinging and a miss by the Panda.
He doesn't get cheated up there, does he?
Never. I bet you he could swing 3 or 4 times on an Ephus pitch. He does not get cheated. Fouled it back.
Good fastball there. Went to the outside corner with it. Sandoval able to scrape him foul and try it again. That's the thing. He's a tough guy to strike out as well, even though he struck out in the first inning. Because he's a bad ball hitter, finds a way to foul those off.
Ground ball right at Kelly. Elvis it up, throws him out. Ian trying to get to 8 wins tonight. Hamels and Halladay each have 9 for the Phillies. Hanson, Chacin, Gallardo, Jurgens, and Correa all have 8. And then teammate Daniel Hudson will try and get number 8 tomorrow night as he goes against his former team, the White Sox. And guess who his mound opponent's going to be for the White Sox tomorrow night? I think
it's, well, why don't you tell everybody?
Edwin Jackson.
The guy that he was traded for.
That's right. That should be intriguing, huh?
Be fun.
Yeah,
it'll be good to have the White Sox here. I don't know whether you are or not, and it's really doesn't matter to me, but I'm a big fan of Ozzie Guillen. I don't know if you are or not.
I am too. I think he's great for the game.
I think some people he rubs the wrong way. He doesn't rub me the wrong way at all. I think there needs to be more colorful personalities in the game.
He's a tweeter too.
Are you?
No,
I'm not either. My other partner, Darren Sutton, big tweeter.
Big tweeter?
Yeah.
Darren will be back tomorrow night for the White Sox series. Swing and a miss by Huff on a 2-0 count.
But I like what Aubrey Huff did there. He worked to get a 2-0 count. He got the pitch he wanted, and he took a big rip at it. I mean, he swung it with bad intentions. Nobody on, 2 outs. Go ahead and take your shot. He came up empty, but at least he took the shot.
Yeah. Strike 2 and 2.
Man, what a pitch by Kennedy. Just hammer the outside corner with that fastball.
Ian's thrown 48 pitches tonight. 35 of them have been strikes. Oh, got him on the inside corner, and Huff's going to.
That was a clinic.
Bark at that. He thought that one was too far inside. 1, 2, 3. Go the Giants. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score here at Chase. Three former Diamondback players, most positions. Andy Fox, Donnie Sadler, and Chris Burke all played 6.
I would have never gotten Chris Burke or Donnie Sadler.
I wouldn't have either.
I just wouldn't have.
I guess we'd have had, a lot of time to kind of glance through. I'm trying to think on Burke.
I could have stayed on that for a day and a half, and I wouldn't have guessed Donnie Sadler.
We were correct on Roberts,
though.
He has not played 6 yet. Donnie Sadler didn't have much time with the Diamondbacks. Here's Upton, who struck out first time up.
I try to omit 2004.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good year for you to break into the broadcast booth. There's a liner to left, and Upton's got a hit. See if he challenges Ross. Well, Ross, no, he won't. He'll get back to first base as Ross made a nice play out there.
Boy, he sure did make a nice play. That was a bolt off the bat of Justin Upton. Ross cut it off, got it in quickly, and Justin Upton had to stop at first base.
You know, the thing you say about Cody Ross, he's an outfielder. He's a good outfielder. He can play all the positions.
That's exactly right.
And they're all different.
He does a great job of taking an angle on it, getting the short up, getting it back in quickly. And Justin read it and stayed at first base. And I think that's the right thing to do if you're Justin Upton there.
Only one stolen base, one attempt against Vogelsong. Young is the hitter. Chris actually hit by a pitch in the second inning, but was not awarded first base by home plate umpire Kerwin Danley. Despite an argument by Young showing him where he was hit, looked like he was hit on the forearm, and Chris ended up flying out. Falls behind 0-1 here. Second hit of the night for the Diamondbacks, only the third hit of the game. Upton will draw a throw and get back in. The remaining teams in the West were idle on this Thursday. Giants 2.5 in front of the Diamondbacks. Rockies 6 back. Dodgers 9 back. Padres 10 back. There's a foul off the mask of Whiteside. I haven't even looked to see who everybody else in the division's playing in Interleague. Have you? Where you're here this weekend?
I'm here this weekend for the White Sox. Yeah. We've got the Hall of Famer on Saturday, Joe Garagiola, but I'm going to be here for Friday and Sunday.
San Diego goes to Minnesota. San Francisco, as we said, to Oakland. The Dodgers host Houston in a National League game. And the Rockies are home against Detroit. Young pops it up, foul. That's going to get back and out of play. This battle on a no-2 count here. Fan with a beverage in one hand, trying to one-hand it while holding on to the beverage without spilling. Didn't get the ball. Still got the beverage.
Kept the beverage, though.
No, he didn't. He got his sunglasses back. He looked like he spilled a little, too.
I think it's gone. It's all right. The value beers are $4 here.
That's right. Upton leadoff single. Outside. 1-2. First game of this series. It was Kane over Coleman. Wilson is saved. Last night, Bumgarner over Saunders. Wilson is saved. Tonight, it's Kennedy against Vogelsong. No score here. Bottom of the fourth. And a drive. Left field. Stay fair. Get out of here. Gone. Home run. Chris Young. There's your lead. 2-0 Diamondbacks. For CY number 14. How about that? At bat, behind in the count, hits one out, and Kennedy's got a couple of runs to work with.
Oh, what a pretty piece of hitting by Chris Young again. He's hit the ball very well this series, Greg. He takes a curveball. We haven't seen many of those. And it just stays in the middle of the plate, and he just gets out in front and hooks it down the line into that happy Diamondback bullpen. And the first lead of this series for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Out into the Diamondbacks bullpen she flies.
Pretty.
Yeah. 2-0 good guys.
And with that home run, Fulton Holmes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Now Montero, strike. Well, Kane gave one up to Montero the other night. The Diamondbacks hit 2 last night off Bumgarner, 1 here off Vogelsong. 39% of all Diamondback hits are for extra bases here in 2011. That is the highest percentage
see why with a lot of extra base hits, doubles.
In Major League Baseball. Yeah, he came in. I have the numbers on that.
We'll find him. He's got lots of extra base hits.
Tied for first with 20 doubles, third with 35 extra base hits coming into the night. Outside to Miggy. 2-2. So 2-0 Diamondbacks on Young's home run here in the fourth. Swing and a foul caught by Whiteside. That's a strikeout. Number 4 of the night for Vogelsong. Juan Miranda, the batter. Miranda grounded out to the first baseman Huff for the third out of the second inning. Juan's hit 6 home runs on the year, driven in 20. Strike one.
Right back to hammering that outside corner against Vogelsong.
Boston ended up winning that game with Tampa Bay, huh? 4-2. They beat Price.
They did.
Can't tell the players without a picture.
Programs.
Yep. There's a foul back. Remember going to the old Busch Stadium years ago, Gracie, when we're both Cardinal fans growing up
in St. Louis.
They'd have that scorecards, 15 cents or a quarter or whatever.
Cents.
Yeah. Get your pencil. I used to keep score the games.
Oh, of course. That's
back in the
one of
day.
the great things about going to the ball games with your dad. He taught you how to keep score.
And you go early and you could watch BP.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was a big part of the day going to a ball game. That pitch is up high.
I remember growing up then when I became older, Ozzie Smith was a shortstop. I used to go to watch batting practice just to go watch him take ground balls.
Yeah, and he put on a show.
Watch him take infield.
Not many infields anymore around baseball.
It's become a lost art, and it's unfortunate.
A lot of times what teams will do, they'll take him early. Miranda breaks his bat, hits one into shallow right. Sherholtz will come in and make the catch.
All right, I'm going to take a deep breath, Greg. Here we go. Follow the D-backs with MLB.com @Bat11 for your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, or your BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Plus, when you check in at Chase Field with an at-bat from your smartphone, you'll earn exclusive D-back rewards during every home game this season. Text at-bat to 31826 or visit dbacks.com for details. Yes.
That's about as good as it could be read. Foul for you. Strike one from Vogelsong to Roberts.
We're getting some foul ball action back here tonight.
And again, the easiest way to catch them up here is wait until they
stop rolling.
Or stop rolling. Bob Uecker always used to talk about catching the knuckleball. That was the easiest way to do that. Go back to the screen, pick it up after it stops rolling. 0-2 on Roberts, who lined to center field his first time up. Boy, Ryan's got a lot of room in left center, huh? Likes to take the ball to right field, so they're shading them.
That pretty much tells you that they're going to pitch you hard away.
Pitched him soft and away.
How about
swings and misses. But the Diamondbacks break on top thanks to Chris Young, a 2-run homer. And after 4, it's 2-0 D-backs.
Off the top of the fifth, Chris Young's giving him a 2-0 lead thanks to CY's home run in the bottom of the fourth. And the first pitch is low here to Cody Ross. Kennedy's second start against the Giants here in 2011. He pitched on the road in San Francisco on May 10th, went 8 innings, allowed 4 hits, no runs, got a no decision. There's a foul and a 1-0 Diamondback loss. He's still putting up the zeros. Now he's got a couple of runs to work with. So this becomes a very, very important inning for him. Absolutely. And the D-backs.
You need a shutdown inning right here, and it's not going to be easy because you're going to go through Cody Ross, who has just been a handful for the Diamondbacks in this series.
And a bouncer back up the middle and on into center field. A base hit. Eluding Drew. Drew wouldn't have gotten him anyway had he been able to field that ball. So that's the second hit, a leadoff hit. The first time tonight the Giants putting the leadoff man on. Here's Nate Scherholz.
Just right over the top of Ian Kennedy it goes and into center field. Nothing you can do but just once again realize that Cody Ross is on base. Giant faithful starting to make a little noise.
And Scherholz takes a strike. Good first pitch from Kennedy. Fans getting into it. Diamondback fans, Giant fans going back and forth.
Yeah, let's hope we don't get a Vancouver situation down there.
Well, that was horrible, wasn't it?
Awful.
A drive down the right field line, but foul by Scherholz. Stanley Cup action after Boston clinched in Vancouver. The Vancouver fans were not happy. Took it to the streets.
Well, congratulations to the Boston Bruins.
Yep. Hockey is finally over on June 15th.
You got to watch it. How good is that goaltender, Tim Thomas?
There's a base hit to right field, and the Giants get something going here. Ross will stop at second, 2 on and nobody out.
Yeah, it's an 0-2 pitch that Ian Kennedy's going to regret right there. He threw him something off speed that he could just pull right through the hole. It's a changeup, and that's all you have to do is pull it through the hole.
Well, just what we talked about. Ian trying to shut him down. Here come the Giants. But now, Gracie, he's got a rookie shortstop up in Brandon Crawford, then the catcher, and then the pitcher. So he's got a chance to maneuver through this inning yet. You're going to have to do some pitching. There's no doubt about that.
No question. And in this situation, I mean, yeah, you want a 0 on the board, but right here you'd be happy with getting through this with just 1.
Right, just keep the lead.
Exactly.
Somehow, some way. Outside to Crawford. 1 ball, no strikes. Ross and Scherholz both run well out there. Kennedy checks the runners. Popped up. Montero back. Looks like he's going to have a play near the screen. That's a big first out right there.
Huge out right there, as you said. An unproductive out and a chance to get out of this maybe with a double play ball from Eli Whiteside.
Hey fans, now you can make your own cool play. Extreme heat, the #1 weather-related cause of illness in Arizona. Fox supports Arizona. Chaz Roberts, Carrier, and Goodman would like you to nominate a deserving Arizona family to win a new air conditioning system for their home. For details, go to chazroberts.com/cool play, and I think that is terrific.
I think we all think it is.
Absolutely. Here's Whiteside. Strike 1.
Right back to the cut fastball. Right to the outside corner to jump ahead.
Kennedy's batting average against with runners in scoring position 122. 9 for 74. It's coming into tonight.
It's improving as we speak.
Swing and a miss by Whiteside, and that's strike 2.
Yeah, he left a cutter right in the middle of the plate, belts high, but it got right past Whiteside. You want to make a living throwing the ball there, though.
Whiteside had a triple in the 9th inning here last night. Drove in a run. On deck, Vogelsong. He's got a hit
I was going to say you can't take him lightly. He can hit.
No balls, 2 strikes with 2 on and 1 out. Just a bit low.
Dear. Didn't get the call. Ian Kennedy just knew the right arm of Kerwin Danley was going to come up for strike 3. It remained at his side.
You be the judge.
Strike. I mean, no. Huh? Really? Okay.
Inside, then almost hit him.
Yeah, that would have been a huge mistake there by Ian Kennedy. You got the catcher, the light hitting catcher, right where you want him. First and second, 1 out. You don't want to hit a batter there and load him up.
Couple of numbers on Kennedy this year. He has hit 7 batters. He has 7 wild pitches. Two and 2. 1 out here with 2 on. 2-0 Diamondbacks on Young's home run. Foul out of play by Whiteside. Well, Gracie, we can now officially say all the other baseball is over on this Thursday.
All the eyes are on us tonight, huh? I mean, if you're a fan of the game and you've got the baseball package, they're watching us all over the country. Greg Schulte.
Mark Grace. There are all the F's up there, finals.
And we're glad to have you with us. 2 good teams battling it out.
On 2 and 2. In tight. Full count 3 and 2. Ian didn't want to go there, but he's there. We'll see what Bruce Bochy does. He doesn't want to strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. Kennedy has dialed up 4 strikeouts. Whiteside fly to right field his first time up. Ross at second. Sherholtz at first. And Kennedy bluffed. Ross has got those high pants again where you can see the stripes up there.
I like that look.
The pitch, the runner's not going, and a foul back to the screen.
Whiteside putting a good at bat. Kennedy thought he had this at bat taken care of about 4 or 5 pitches ago. Didn't get a call. Now he sits 3 and 2. And Whiteside just swatting away. Strike after strike.
Three-2 pitch coming up one more time. And Kennedy, another bluff back. And just needs an out in this situation. And a foul again by Whiteside.
Spoiling some tough pitches.
Our Century Lake high-speed pitch. Kennedy and Vogelsong. What we got? Vogelsong's hit 94. Ian's hit 92. Montero's saying, have you got a 95 or 96 one in you here?
We'd like to get something past Eli Whiteside.
All right, they had their visit. Mickey heads back behind the plate. Kennedy will try and dial up an out here against Whiteside. Ian's gotten 6 double play balls this year. Popped up, foul. That's back our way, below us. Whiteside's had a heck of an at bat here, hasn't he?
A very lengthy one and a very frustrating one for Ian Kennedy as well. He's thrown some good pitches. He wished he could have got that called strike 3 about 6 pitches ago. Instead, he's out there battling for all he's worth with Whiteside.
This is the 10th pitch of the at bat, and a swing and a miss. The throw down to third, and safe. The run's going to score. The other runner to third. It's 2-1.
Oh boy, what a shame! Strike him out, throw him out. A poor throw from Miguel Montero. And the Giants take advantage.
I think the ball was kicked out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was never in his glove. It was never in his glove, and then the slide just takes it. Strike 3 right here is fabulous. Now, let's see what happens with the throw. Yeah, it's a poor throw.
Yeah,
poor
bounce.
throw. It was never in the glove. Ryan Roberts had no chance, and then the slide just takes it right there. Just tough luck for Ian Kennedy. What should have been a strike him out, throw him out. Instead, what could be an unearned run.
So that goes stolen base. They pull off the double steal and an E2. Another error on Montero. Now Vogelsong could get the game even. He's got a hit, and he hits this one just foul past third. That's the 9th error of the season on Montero.
He's had a lot of trouble throwing the baseball this year.
I'd have to look at the replay again, but I didn't think he got a good grip when he went to throw. I might be wrong, but I was watching the runners go. The pitch, swing and a miss, inning over. So Kennedy gives up 1, and the Giants leave the tying run at third. It's 2-1 Arizona. Montero a throwing error on what could have been a strike him out, throw him out. This is earlier today before 3 o'clock. You see Glenn Sherlock throwing to Montero and working on throws.
It's not the error wasn't because there's lack of preparation, that's for sure. I mean, he's out there before 3 o'clock in the hot sun working on just that. The throw just gets away from him.
Yeah, it looked like he double clutch.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate run right there. But you know what? Got to put it behind you and move on.
And now if you're the Diamondbacks, you want to answer right back. They've been good at doing that this year when they've handled it and the team gets a little closer, ties the ball game. They've been able to bounce back with a run or two. Parra had a double his first time up. So here we go into the last of the 5th. Each team with 3 hits on the night. Diamondbacks with the lone error, and that produced the San Francisco run. And they just completed top of the 5th inning. Parra looks at his strike. Vogelsong has struck out 5. He's walked 1. He gave up back-to-back hits in the 4th inning, a single by Upton and a 2-run homer to Young. Parra fouls one out of play. Charles Nagy, the Diamondback pitching coach, and Montero.
I could just read his lips, Charlie Nagy. Hey, it happens. Nobody feels worse about it than Miguel Montero. There's still a lot of ball game left.
It's comebacker to Vogelsong. Flip the first. Parra's out. Let's check in with Brad Steinke.
Guys, how you doing? I'm back to feeling good. You know, I was tracking that group last night as they made their way around the ballpark, but feeling good tonight. Talking about Kurt Gibson before the game, as many of our fans know, he's going to be a coach on Bruce Bochy's National League all-star team, and he was asked if he had any conversation with Bruce during this 3-game series against the Giants. He said they really haven't talked much about the reserves or anything like that. I think Gibby is more worried about this series. They'll talk later this summer, but should be a great all-star game, and those two minds right there, some pretty brilliant baseball noggins right there.
I was going to say, plenty of time to talk about an exhibition game.
Yeah.
At another hour. That's all about this series.
Kennedy struck out first time up. Thanks, Brad. And lines one here into left field. Now the second fall of Cody Ross, 3rd hit of the season for Ian Kennedy.
Now it just goes to show you, even pitchers can hit hanging breaking balls.
Both pitchers have hits tonight.
Just a breaking ball, it stays up. Kennedy puts a nice swing on it and just rips it into center or into left field. That's the same pitch that got him in trouble with Chris Young. It was a hanging breaking ball that went into the Diamondbacks bullpen.
Edwin Jackson will pitch for the White Sox tomorrow night. The former Diamondback hit a home run for the Diamondbacks last year in a 12-run inning against Pittsburgh.
Mercy.
The American League bring their pitchers' bats to the National League parks. No DH. Kelly Johnson.
And this is the only time we want the Diamondbacks playing American League stuff.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, how about for a Kelly long one here? What do you think? Would you go for that?
Oh, I think that would be just what the doctor ordered.
Shot to right field. Sherrill's over and reaches up and makes the catch. Well, that ball stung.
He did. He hit it hard enough to be a home run, but he just lined it right at Nate Sherholtz in right field. It's tough luck hitting there for Kelly Johnson.
Here's Drew now. What do you think your chances are winning the race tonight?
0. I got a better chance of getting hit by a meteorite. Yeah, duck.
Drew takes outside. Drew in the 2 spot tonight. Is ground to first, fly to left. Two one. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Realignment, Gracie.
No. No. Realignment is a 4-letter word.
Drew, a liner to right that's sinking and a base hit. Kennedy will stop at second. He's got to hustle to get back in there. Sherrill's through behind him. So Drew snuck one in and right. 2 on here. Now you got Upton coming to the plate.
That's exactly right. Upton slashed a base hit his last time up. Stephen Drew catches it right off the end of the bat. Another curveball got Vogelsong in trouble, Greg. Ian Kennedy almost got caught too far off the bag, but he's fine. I want to make sure that realignment's fine as long as the Diamondbacks aren't part of it.
We're in agreement on that. We are in total agreement on that. We're National League guys.
Exactly. Love the strategy of the game.
Upton has struck out, singled, and scored. Outside ball 1. That is 5 Diamondback hits now, 2 in the inning. They try and get the one back. The Giants just stole in the top of the 5th. Kennedy at second and Drew at first, and Kennedy was almost off at second and out at second.
Yeah, don't get caught napping out there, Ian.
I tell the story. You were talking about Kurt Schilling earlier. Schilling joined the Diamondbacks. First game he pitched was in Florida. First time up, he doubled off. Remember, they used to have the scoreboard out there. He doubled, took his lead, and they picked him off. You don't want that to happen now, do you? Hyde adjusted 2-0. Upton 286 average, 34 runs batted in. 31 extra base hits, 17 doubles, 3 triples, 11 home runs. Not bad numbers at all.
No.
And he has been on a hot streak here of late. 1 for 2 tonight. He takes outside, and he's 6 for his last 8, Gracie, with runners in scoring position with 7 runs batted in.
And you can see Vogelsong being very careful right now with Justin Upton. He's trying to get Justin to chase out of the zone, but so far Justin hadn't. But I can promise you he's got the green light right now as we speak.
3 for 18, though, the Diamondbacks in this series, runners in scoring position. And he popped it up. And he's not happy. He should catch it. He does. And the inning comes to an end. Had a chance, but they left 2. And we'll go to the 6th with the Diamondbacks still leading 2-1. Well, Ian Kennedy's been sharp. Got out of the gates very sharp with a strikeout of Andy Burris and Pablo Sandoval in the first. Got Cody Ross in the second inning. And then in the Diamondback fourth inning, Chris Young takes this one to the Diamondback bullpen. A 2-run shot to give the Diamondbacks a 2-0 lead. But the Giants come back with a run in the fifth inning. A strikeout of Whiteside, but a double clutch by Miggy, and the throw skipped down there. Roberts couldn't corral it. A run scored Ross. We have a 2-1 ball game here as we play in the top of the 6th inning. And it's the top of the order coming up against Kennedy, starting with Aaron Rowan. 0-2 count 7 times for Kennedy. A 1-2 count 2 times, and 14 of the 18 he has faced, he has gotten first pitch strikes. And Rowan fouls one, so make that 15-19 in this ball game.
Well, that's the reason why he's had so much success. Strike one puts those opposing hitters in swing mode. That means Ian Kennedy can use his whole arsenal, the changeup, the curveball, fastballs in and out.
Rowan, Burris, and Sandoval here. Swing and a miss.
Got away with a high changeup there, Greg. They're not mistakes when you get away with them.
Yep.
I mean, these usually get hit a long ways, those hanging changeups.
And as a hitter, you're just thinking, man, I wish I'd have hit that.
Oh, yeah, because you know you're not going to get another one, which tells you the changeup might be the pitch here, just a better one. If he's having trouble hitting the hanging changeup, what's he going to do with a well-executed one?
The old backbreaker stance, as you call it. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, he just blew his doors off. 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
And 7 strikeouts for Kennedy, 3 in a row. The FanFest word of the game, delivered by the UPS store, is ace. Log on to FoxSportsArizona.com now for your chance to win 2 tickets to MLB's FanFest at the Phoenix Convention Center next month. We're giving away 3 pairs of tickets during every D-backs telecast this month. Ace.
Pet detective.
Outside and high, ball one. Manny Burris struck out looking, fly to left field. Used to be known as Emmanuel, but now it's Manny Burris. Fouled out of place. The Cardinals got beat again. 7-4 by Washington.
That's quite a few in a row for the Redbirds, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 in a row. Milwaukee lost though to the Cubs, so the Cardinals stay a game back in the Central. Diamondbacks going to see both Milwaukee and St. Louis on the long road trip right before the All-Star game, which starts in Oakland, then goes to Milwaukee and on to St. Louis. That one just missed inside the Burris. 2-1. Kennedy has given up 3 hits. He struck out Rowan to start this 6th inning. And he's gone to 3-1 now on Burris. Well, he had 3 balls on Whiteside. That's the only other hitter I can remember that he had a 3-ball count on. I'm getting the look at. Oh, there was one more. Ross in the 2nd. So not many. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
3-2. Where are you going, Manny Burris?
Manny?
Hello there.
And that'll upset Kerwin down. Yeah. I mean, that was a blatant strike.
It looked like it was right down the middle.
That wasn't. There's nothing that could be called anything but. A quick apology from Manny Burris.
What part of strike didn't you hear?
Yeah. Come on back. Come on back, Kerwin Danley says. I mean, that wasn't one of those where it's an iffy call. I mean, that was just nothing but a strike.
And you apologize profusely.
Yeah.
Right now.
My bad. Good night, Irene.
He tried to go to first again.
He just knew that was coming. And it was a strike.
Yeah.
Kerwin Danley isn't sticking it to him at all. Those are 2 strikes right there. And I think Manny Burris knows it.
Now Bruce Bochy's giving it to.
That's a strike. He should be giving it to Manny Burris.
8 strikeouts on the night now for Kennedy and 2 outs in the 6th for a very dangerous hitter in Pablo Sandoval.
The former hitter in me, I don't think anything's a strike.
That's right.
Yeah, you and Candy think everything's a strike
no,
over
he
on
does.
the radio side.
He hasn't got me over there. He hasn't got me to that side yet. 0-1. We argue a lot.
He and Kenny looking to strike out the side here.
Well, his last 4 outs have been strikeouts. Whiteside, Vogelsong in the 5th, and Rowan and Burris here in the 6th. This guy not an easy guy to strike out, although he has gotten Sandoval once tonight. And Sandoval gets him here, maybe. Nope. Parr's got it. Nice play by Parr. If he doesn't get that ball, that's trouble. And
crowd starting to make some noise here. They're getting into this thing.
Burris got them all excited. Still 2 on D-backs. Well, our tape room guys, they do a great job. Eric, Derek, and Matt. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here. Chris Young, who's supplied the Diamondback offense with a 2-run homer, breaks his bat and hits one foul down the third baseline. Strike one against Ryan Vogelsong. Vogelsong is closing in on 100 pitches. He's at 93 as he works here in the 6th. He's allowed 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 1. Ian Kennedy, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Just what you expect in a Diamondback Giant game.
A low-scoring 1-run game. Here it is. Oh, did he get him? It missed him.
Chris got hit by a pitch his first time up, but was not awarded first base. As Kerwin Danley said, the ball hit his bat, but the replay showed it hit him on the forearm. Ended up lining out to center. Vogelsong almost got him there. And that's popped up. And looks like there might be a play for Huff and foul ground. Nope, out of his reach. All right, Chaz Roberts. Air conditioning, cool play. This home run by Young into the Diamondback bullpen in the 4th. It's 14th of the year. And that's 36 extra base hits for Young. Outside low. You know, we talk about the Hudson-Jackson matchup tonight. Pitching against their former teams. Chris Young was a former White Sox farmhand the Diamondbacks acquired in the Javier Vasquez deal several years back.
Javi just didn't want to be here anymore, did he?
No, he had that 1 year. He was 11-15. That's foul. And they're scattering on the Diamondback bench.
Young battling again with Vogelsong. 97 pitches for Ryan Vogelsong through 5+. Diamondbacks have really made him work.
Yep. That's in the air, shallow right. That ball's sinking, and it's caught out there by Boris. Our poll question for you tonight.
What do we got?
Which White Sox player are you most looking forward to seeing? There's the Adam Dunn, Edwin Jackson, Paul Konerko, Carlos Quentin.
3 former Diamondbacks and a Valley resident in Konerko.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like seeing them all, to be honest with you. If I had to pick one, I'm curious to see Paul Konerko because he's had just a terrific year. So is Carlos Quentin. But I'll take Konerko. Good guy, too.
Very good guy.
Strike one to Montero.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get Mark Burley, are we?
He pitched, I believe, a 2-hour and 4-minute game today.
He's thrown. That's what I'm saying. Burley's a guy that, man, you can bring him to a night game and still get home plenty of time for dinner.
Minnesota won that ball game by a score of 1-0. Burley
2-hour, 5-minute American League game? That doesn't happen.
Burley worked 7. Nick Blackburn worked 8. Well, actually, 2:09 is what they said game time.
That's a long game for Burley.
Quentin's hitting 266. Konerko 321. Adam Dunn only 185. Well, White Sox in here tomorrow night. Come on out. 3-game series tomorrow night 6:40. Saturday night 5:10. And then Sunday afternoon at 1:10. They're having fun.
You're doggone right. They're here a lot, those two.
Good for them.
They're seeing some good baseball this year, and they're seeing a good, hard-fought series. So far, the Giants have been in control of it.
Miggy outside, full count now.
I wonder if they're brothers.
Yeah. Miggy fouls one back. Boom, off the side. Well, you look at a year ago at this time, and things have changed for both these clubs. The Giants are only a game difference. They're on the plus side of where they were a year ago. 39-29 right now. Look at the Diamondbacks.
Different story.
Yeah. 12.5 back. Miggy a liner to left, and that's a base hit.
Wasn't that a thing of beauty, Greg?
I talked to him. I sat down on the bench with him before the ball game, and I said, boy, you're hot. And he said, you know, he says, I'm taking a lot of balls to left field. He said, not that I wasn't trying to do it before, but I'm getting pitches right now that I can handle and take that way, and it just opens everything up for him.
And that's where he's comfortable. He's comfortable going to the big part of the ballpark, like they say, the gaps and over into left field. That's his natural stroke. This is just a thing of beauty. Fastball tailing away, whack. He doesn't just flip it over there. I mean, he drives it over there to the left side. Beautiful piece of hitting.
Now Juan Miranda will bat with Montero at first and one out. Miranda is grounded to first. He's fly to right field. 6th Diamondback hit. Foul back by Miranda. Is that Affel?
Big Jeremy Affel.
And the guy chewing the gum there with the beard, you know who he is.
Oh, he's still half asleep.
Yeah. He goes into hibernation until about the 7th or 8th inning.
Yeah, his alarm clock goes off about 9:30 every night.
You know, they've used him in consecutive games also.
Exactly.
0-1 on Miranda. Diamondbacks have a 2-run homer tonight from Young. Strike, good pitch in the inside corner.
Just a beautiful pitch to the inside corner.
Juan finds himself in the hole 0-2. Juan had a hot streak over about a 4-day period where he went 7 for 11. It was in mid-May. Time is called. But he's cooled off of late. He averaged at .238. He and Nady sharing playing time at first base. Nady last night, Miranda here tonight. The 0-2 from Vogelsong, and a swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. 6 strikeout and 2 outs in the inning.
Well, just 3 fastballs to clean Juan Miranda's clock right there. 3 fastballs in. He makes quick work of it.
How about this night at Chase Field, huh? Outside looking in.
Perfection.
Not too often, Gracie. We've gone June 16th and still have the roof open.
I love it.
Ryan Roberts tonight is lined to center, and he has struck out swinging.
Yeah, I think our bosses are trying to make more of a concerted effort to keep it open, and I like that.
And we just saw the one lady fanning herself tonight. That's been it so far. Everybody else.
And I was very glad we did show her. Just felt like the right thing to do.
There's D. Hall. Wife Amy. Way outside from Vogelsong. 2-0 on Roberts with Carr next.
Well, now Roberts has got himself in a good hitter's count. He should get a fastball here. Ryan likes the ball elevated, and I would imagine if he gets something to his liking, he's going to come unglued. He will swing it hard. We know that.
For high 10 home runs for him this year. Inside, ball 3.
Yeah, he got the fastball, but he missed with it again.
3-0 count. Vogelsong's had 111 pitches on the night. So I doubt I'm saying I don't know if he'd go back out for the 7th at that total. The Giants have the both.
I would be shocked. Yeah. I think this will be his final inning, no matter what.
And Robertson 3-0, fouls one backhand out of play. Upton had a 3-0 count with 2 on and 2 out in the 5th inning and popped his second. Roberts just put that one out of play with a foul ball. Montero single with 1 out. He's at first with 2 down now. 2-1 Diamondbacks lead. A very slim margin. The ground ball pulled foul past third. Full count 3-2. Get a new AC system with a quality installation, earn up to $525 in APS rebates. Energy assist to the game. Parr waiting on deck. He's open to bat this inning. Roberts going to have to do something to get him up there.
Runner will be going on this pitch, 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. So anything down the line or in a gap, going to make it a 3-1 ball game.
Again, Roberts a ton of room to left center, but they're setting up outside, and he pops it up. And Huff's going to have a play at first base. Foul ground. That's it. No runs, a hit. 1 left. We go to the 7th. It's still 2-1. D-backs. Kennedy, the way he's pitched tonight, 1 unearned run all evening.
So far, just an unearned run is all it's been off of Ian Kennedy. He has been in complete command of this Giants lineup. And as we get late into the ball game, he's going to need to be extra special. He's got 9 more outs to get.
He's
and
at
it starts, it starts with the cleanup hitter here in the 7th, Aubrey Huff.
Huff is 0 for 2, and he lines a base hit into right center to start the inning. Young up with it, he'll get it back in. So a leadoff single. 2nd inning tonight that the Giants have gotten the leadoff man on. That's the tying run.
Just a hanging breaking ball to Huff to start the 7th inning here. Actually very fortunate that it was just a single.
Huff coming into tonight's ball game was hitting .356 against lefties, only .191 against right-handers. So he got a hit there, 1 for 3. Here's Ross, who's got a single and has scored their run. Miranda will hold the runner at first, and Ross takes a strike.
It's a cut fastball again to jump ahead.
That was the 4th hit of the night off Kennedy. He has sent the side down in order in 4 of the 7 innings. Ball inside, looking for a double play ball here. It would be nice. He's gotten 6 this year.
Usually not really a ground ball pitcher per se, but he's been much more of a double play guy this year than he has in his past.
Ross is hit into 4 on the year. Runs well. You have to handle it well. Ball inside. 2-1. On deck, Nate Scherholz. Giants are 3 games over 500 this season on the road. 10 games over overall. High ball
boy,
3.
Ian Kennedy starting to ask for trouble here in the 7th inning. Only 86 pitches in, still plenty in the tank for Ian Kennedy, but now a leadoff base hit and a 3-1 count to a guy that just hammers fastballs, and that's Cody Ross. It's probably going to be a fastball here, but it better be located nicely, or the Giants could have the lead shortly.
Parr is very deep in left field.
Missed it.
First walk of the night, so 2 on to start the inning. Similar situation in the 5th inning when the Giants got their run. Here's Scherholz.
Now, mind you, the last couple of nights against the Giants, David Hernandez was used twice when the Diamondbacks were trailing. J.J. Putz was used last night with the Diamondbacks trailing. So who knows the availability of Hernandez and or J.J. Putz. He had a long inning, gave up a couple of runs.
Now the bullpen phone rings in left field. Scherholz is swinging a miss on the change, strike 1. Ian Kennedy, his last 5 starts, including tonight. Runners in scoring position, 0 for 26 against him with 8 strikeouts. I've got him 0 for 3 tonight. Is that correct, Kurt? Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Mike Owings will get up for the Diamondbacks in the bullpen. We just missed with a tailing fastball there, 1-1.
Tried to nail the inside corner, just not quite.
Scherholz has a hit in 2 at-bats. Up started the inning with a single. Ross followed with a walk. Nobody out. And a line drive into left center. If Parr's going to get it, head back to tag. He's not going anywhere. Not with that arm out there.
And that's the thing with Scherholz right there. By hitting it to left field, nobody can tag up in that situation. As a left-handed hitter, you're looking to pull the ball in that situation if you can. A fly ball to right field, Huff would be able to tag and get to third, but instead a fly ball to left will be a unproductive out, and it'll be up to Crawford to take his chances.
And Burrell and Torres had bats in their hands in the dugout. Here is Brandon Crawford, who's popped to short and fouled out to the catcher Montero. And a swing and a miss.
Inside changeup.
Yeah. Good one. Giants now 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight against Kennedy. Again, he came in with a batting average against of 122 on the season. He's got 1 out. He needs to get a couple of more here. Keep this a 2-1 Diamondback lead. Right-hander's ready. Oh, beauty that just dropped in there for strike 2.
Well, you and I both at the same time. Oh, my goodness. That's how good that breaking ball was from Ian Kennedy. It just locked up Brandon Crawford. Ugh. I don't blame you.
0-2 now. Whiteside is on deck. We had a notion, didn't go. No swing. Handed DeMuth down at third. 1-2.
Yeah, Dana DeMuth got that call absolutely correct. Never hurts to ask, though.
Nope. A ball, 2 strikes on the rookie shortstop Brandon Crawford. Diamondbacks up a run here late 7th inning. 2 Giants on. And a ground ball to the right side. Miranda's got it. He will give to Kennedy covering for the out at first. Miranda actually stumbled there, and that almost cost him.
Ended up making a nice play. That ball kind of exploded on the second hop on him. And in between hop, he flags it. Ooh. And almost blew a kneecap right there. Thankfully, he got it over to Ian Kennedy for the out.
Whiteside, the hitter now, with the tying run at third base and the go-ahead runner at second.
Boy, that looked painful.
Yeah.
Like hyperextended knee.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Ended up making a. And in that situation, if you're thinking, you got to take the force out. Well, yeah, in a perfect world, you take the force out, but get an out. Somewhere, get an out. Wherever you're more comfortable. Watch that right knee. Oh, goodness gracious.
That hurts.
That hurts to watch. Man, if that was me, the paramedics would already be out there.
Especially your age now.
No kidding.
So here's Whiteside, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Base open. Burrell is on deck.
This is the guy you have to get right here, Eli Whiteside. And if you're Ian Kennedy, this is when the ace, this is when the opening day starter needs to come out in you.
And high ball 1.
You've been entrusted in this situation to take the baseball and get us through this 7th inning. You've worked your whole life to be called an ace, and now now it's your time to show that you are the ace of this staff.
Shot to center. Young back. He's got it. Side retired. It'll rub it out.
Nicely
0
done,
for 3 in that inning with runners in scoring position. First 2 reads did not score. Bottom of the 7th, 2-1 D-backs.
Diamondbacks Live, the postgame show. Todd Walsh, Joe Borowski, and Joe. Mark Grace just talked about it. We broke it down on the pregame show. The ace has to be the stopper as well at some points during the season. End losing streak. So far, so good for Ian Kennedy. How has he put himself in that position?
It was important for Ian to go out there and throw up zeros early, give the Diamondbacks a chance to take the lead, which they did. I'll tell you how he was able to go out there and use the most important pitch in baseball to do it.
And what was that?
We'll break down the game after it. I'll let you know.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, we will wait with bated breath, right? Greg, Mark?
He doesn't give anything away, does he? We'll talk to you guys after the ballgame. Todd and Joe.
He is such a tease.
Yeah, he is. I've learned that about Joe. Well, Andres Torres has gone into the ballgame in center field. And this is Jeremy Affeldt, the left-hander. And a good one, to say the least, for the Giants. You see the season numbers. Gerardo Parra will be first up against him. The Diamondbacks up a run. Nice job by Kennedy there to foil that 2-on, nobody out threat. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. That inning 0 for 6 against Kennedy tonight are the Giants. Well, Parra up first. And there is a ball.
All right.
Rowan's gone to left, Torres to center.
Some insurance wouldn't be half bad here, Greg Schulte.
No, Ross goes to right. Sherholtz is out of the game.
You got that right. Even 1 run right now sounds big.
Ian Kennedy just pitching his guts out again here this evening. Going up against Ryan Vogelsong, who is terrific again here tonight. Fast strike to the inside corner, 2-1.
Parr's got a double in the 3rd inning. And last time up, back to the pitcher out at first. And a swing and a miss. Kennedy is on deck. Swing and a miss, strike him out. So Affield comes in, delivers a strikeout. Here comes Kennedy, who should get a good hand the way he's pitched here tonight.
Don't even think of pinch hitting for him right now, the way he's throwing the baseball. And you got a depleted bullpen as well. Yeah. Your 8th inning guy's been used twice in a row.
Strike 1. Kennedy's got a hit tonight, 1 for 2. You know, the Giants in a similar situation. I mean, Romo 2 games in a row. Affeldt, he's worked 2 out of 3, and Wilson's worked 2. So, a ball low and inside. Ian's hit was his 3rd of the season. He had 11 hits in 2010. Ball 2 inside. There he is, the man with a beard.
That's the guy you want to stay. You want to see him stay right there. You don't want to see him warming up. Like Guillermo Mota to his left, you're fine if he's warming up.
He's been warming up for a lot of years too.
He's had a long, very good career twirling his hat. That's Guillermo Mota. He's not the closer, so if he gets up,
that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Kennedy, a hard hit ball to right at the second baseman Burris. Whoa, bad throw, and Kennedy's out. Wow, horrible throw.
I think you're being kind.
What was with that?
That's just a situation where you just take something for granted. Yeah, you get a little lazy with it. You don't use your proper mechanics, and be careful over there, Ian. That's how last year Miguel Montero got hurt.
Kelly Johnson with 2 out and showed bunt, took a ball outside. Kelly tonight has struck out, walked line to right field. He's 1-1 here against Jeremy Affeldt. The Giants are 7-1 against the Diamondbacks this year. Strike.
Oh, baby. That curveball locked the bowels of Kelly Johnson. Watch him just melt. Whoa.
Well, we're going to go to the 8th inning with the Diamondbacks still on top, 2-1. Diamondbacks baseball brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And by CenturyLink, Quest becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. Ian Kennedy sent to work in the 8th to Andres Torres, who's in the pitcher spot leading off, strike one. Torres batting for the first time tonight.
First pitch change up in there for strike one. Now a curveball. Wow. Back-to-back off-speed pitches, change up, strike one. Breaking ball, strike two. Torres thinking, what have I gotten myself into?
1-2. Ian has allowed the leadoff man to reach base twice in this game.
Pitch number 100 coming up right here, folks. Wants another high fastball.
Ooh,
he did everything but swing.
Count's gone.
So you don't want to waste too many pitches late in the ball game. That's back-to-back pitches that you've tried to throw out of the zone purposely. Nothing wrong with making them swing it.
Wow.
And see, just like that, because you've thrown two waste pitches, now it's ball three when you don't get it.
And now it's batter against hitter in a full count.
Now you're in danger of walking a very fast leadoff man.
Or getting him to pop up. Young is there. 1 out.
Pardon me, Greg, but if you bring the family out to the MLB All-Star Fan Fest July 8th through the 12th at the Phoenix Convention Center, tickets are available now at allstargame.com by calling 1-888-FAN-FEST.
It is David Hernandez listening to the Diamondback bullpen, Gracie. With 1 out, here's Aaron Rowan. And he takes low ball 1. Rowan's 0 for 3 tonight.
Ball 2.
Yep, a little outside. Bill Hall has moved out on deck. Looks like he's going to bat for Manny Burris. Swing.
Oh, boy. Got some help there from Aaron Rowan. He was trying to tie the ball game up. Ended up chasing an up and in fastball out of the zone.
Kennedy has struck out 8 tonight. His season high is 10. And a foul back. He struck out 10. Great. Remember that great game he had against the Phillies, his complete game shutout?
Oh, yes, I do.
April 25th, 9 innings, 3 hits, no walks, 10 strikeouts, 314 pitches.
Now he's been equally good here tonight. 1 unearned run, that's all it's been. Huge pitch here. Didn't get it with the change up. Another 3-2 count.
Back-to-back 3-2s here to open up this 8th inning. 2-1 Diamondbacks, the narrowest of margins. Got him looking.
Pitch. What a pitch. Gorgeous fastball to the outside corner. Nothing Aaron Rowan could do is just watch it pass and tip your cap. Look at the glove. Never move from Miguel Montero. And you can see the body language of Ian Kennedy. He's fired up.
His 9th strikeout.
Yeah, go ahead and get excited behind the plate there. I don't blame you. Bye-bye.
And now Bill Hall pinch hits for Manny Burris. And strike one. Hall last night had a couple of hits and got a big run batted into the ball game.
What ended up being the game winner off of Joe Saunders in the 6th inning.
That one's low. Kennedy trying to go out big time here in this 8th inning. 110 pitches thrown. 75 of those have been strikes here tonight. Leading 2-1. 2 outs in the 8th. And bounces up there. Ian looking for win number 8. And looking for his 2nd career win against San Francisco. The 2-1 to Hall. Off the end of the bat, that might go fair. No, it stayed foul.
Right, cued off the end of the bat, it was.
2-2.
Ian still looks strong.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He looks very strong. That's 112 pitches now in this ball game. But after what he did to Aaron Rowan, that beautiful fastball to the outside corner, still got good bite on his changeup and on his breaking ball. Crowd starting to get behind Ian Kennedy. Good for these folks.
All with that wide open stance at the plate. The 2-2. He got him looking. 10 strikeouts for Kennedy, matches the season high. 8 great innings of baseball tonight.
Looks like an ace to me, Greg.
I would agree. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-1 Diamondbacks. Hyundai dealers, boy, what a night for Ian Kennedy. If his night is over, he works 8, 4 hits, 1 unearned run while striking out a season high tying 10 with 1 walk. He was brilliant tonight.
It was a lot of fun to watch, wasn't it, Greg?
Oh, boy. Now let's see if the Diamondbacks can add to their lead, which is the slightest of margins, 2-1. Ball 1 to Drew. There's JJ up in the pen. One ball, no strikes. Drew tonight has a hit. He's 1 for 3. Affeldt worked a 1-2-3 7th inning with a pair of strikeouts. He struck out the 2 left-handers, Parra and Johnson.
And he just mowed through the bottom of the 7th inning. He's out there again, but he's 2-0 here on Stephen Drew. Stephen can lock and load on a fastball in the middle of the plate. Try to hook him out of here. Nice job of taking that one.
We got Upton and Young, the next 2 hitters, and the Giants have a right-hander up in their pen. J.J. Putz is up in the Diamondback bullpen loosening. So Drew's sitting on a 3-0 count from Jeremy Affeldt. Ryan Vogelsong worked the front 6 innings. The only damage against him, the 2-run homer by Chris Young. There's Upton. Justin's got a hit tonight. Strike 3-1.
That might be the first 3-0 pitch the Diamondbacks have taken tonight.
Upton and Roberts both swung on 3-0 counts. Upton popped up. Roberts fouled the ball. 3-1. And a ground ball to short. Backhanded there by nice play at short by Crawford. Well, our poll question for you tonight: which White Sox player you're most interested in seeing? 58% said the former Diamondback, guy who's pitching tomorrow night, Edwin Jackson. 1 second, and Konerko done, and then Konerko in the basement. Former Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
How about that matchup tomorrow night? Edwin
Trading
Jackson,
for each
Daniel
other.
Hudson. Hudson 7-5. He's won 14 games for the Diamondbacks since coming over in that deal. 14-6 is his record.
And could easily be better than that.
Upton fouls one back, strike one. Well, old Abner, when he designed this game, he designed it the right way, I guess, because in the 9th inning, the Giants are going to send up 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Isn't that the way it always goes?
Didn't we say torture?
Yeah. And these two teams love to play one-run games against one. I don't know if they love it, but they play them, seems like, every game.
They have no choice.
Yeah. Upton takes another strike. 0-2. Well, the Giants have won most of them, while the Diamondbacks against the rest of the league have been very good. But not against the Giants. But they're winning tonight here by a run. Justin had to move the feet to get out of the way. 1-2.
That one had everybody scattering. Kerwin Danley scattered. Upton.
Well, the importance of this ballgame, the Diamondbacks started the series a half game behind San Francisco. After losing the first two, if they manage to come back and win tonight, they'll be a game and a half back. 3 big outs to get, though. And a shot to the gap, and watch Justin go. Torres over after the ball. Upton will have to stop at second with a double.
Oh, what a rocket that was off the bat of Upton.
That was his 18th double of the season. He is really swinging well right now, you know?
Boy, he is just seeing the ball well, putting a good swing on. I mean, this thing leaves a vapor trail. That is a bolt off the bat of Justin Upton. Time to get on your horse, Andres Torres. He really does a good job of getting to it, playing the carom, and throwing a strike into Brandon Crawford to keep Justin Upton at second base. Upton was thinking three the whole way, which is what he should have been doing, but they just made too good a relay.
We saw a good relay turned in by the Giants last night to cut a run down to the plate. Here's Young. I think they're going to walk him. They are. They're going to give him 4.
Yeah, they got Miguel Montero on deck, and they're certainly not going to hit for Montero.
Does this tell you, Gracie, that Boch's bullpen's a little
yes, it does.
Little short?
Yes, it does.
I mean, normally you would think in a tight game like this, instead of putting 2 on, you might go to a right-hander, but they're going to put Young on.
Yeah, both bullpens are taxed.
Montero will be the hitter.
And remember, the Giants had an off day.
Yeah.
The night that the Diamondbacks were playing in Florida. The Diamondbacks have had no off day. So they're going to have to piece it together here as Young goes to first base.
Well, the 16 greatest moments in MLB All-Star Game history are going head-to-head to determine which is the most memorable of all time. Go to MLB.com/moments. Vote now for your favorite Midsummer Classic. Tune into the 2011 MLB All-Star Game Tuesday, July 12th, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Right here on Fox to find out who won.
You coming?
I will be here. I will be here. Can't miss the All-Star Game in Phoenix.
No.
Been working so hard to get it.
That's exactly right.
Well, here's Miggy. He's got a hit tonight, 1 for 3. 2 on and 1 out. And Affield spins back towards second.
And remember, this is big-time speed on second and at first base. Wouldn't shock me at all if you saw the attempted double steal.
Montero's hit. He took it to left field his last time up. And he takes a bender in there for strike 1.
What a beautiful breaking ball.
Montero, since May 17th, runners in scoring position, has gone 13 for 28. That's a .464 average. He's had 8 extra base hits and 21 runs batted in. The Diamondbacks are only 3 for 19 in the series with runners in scoring position. A ball. And I've got him tonight 0 for 3 at the moment.
Yeah, games like this just haven't had too many guys in scoring position for either team.
Kennedy's gone 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. The Giants have against Kennedy tonight. 2 on and 1 out. 2-1 Diamondbacks in the 8th. Montero way outside from Affeldt.
Really nice play there.
Next.
Nice play there by Whiteside to snuff a would-be wild pitch.
Yeah, we've seen him make several sliding either right or left in this series.
Just great feet right there and just snuffing it right out. Nice play. That would have changed the whole complexity of this inning.
Yeah, it's one thing to get the glove low. You got to get the body low.
That's exactly right. He's got great feet.
On 2-1. Montero. Oh boy, he was fooled there.
Yeah, he just had his mind made up. He was swinging. That's called guessing strike.
Yeah.
He was guessing strike, and he was just committed. He was trying to hit a home run. And that pitch obviously nowhere near the zone. He just had his mind made up. He was going to swing it.
2-2 now. And he struck him out.
Yeah, that's one Miguel's going to regret there. That's when you get yourself out there. Instead of a 3-1 count, you sit at a 2-2 count. Now you're at the disposal of Affeldt, and he goes down quietly.
Well, Affeldt, the left-hander, he's faced 4 left-handed hitters. He has struck out 3. The only one to hit the ball was Drew. And now he's got another left-hander in Miranda. Diamondbacks could go with Nady, but they're going to stick with Miranda here. 2 on, 2 out.
Miranda hadn't been too bad against left-handed pitching this year.
He's 0 for 3 in the ballgame tonight. Has struck out. Oh, for a 2-out hit. Santiago Casilla has been up in the pen for the Giants, but Bochy elected to stay with Affeldt for a second inning. He's gotten into trouble here, but he's trying to get out of it. He's gotten 2 outs. And Miranda takes a strike. Again in the Giant 9th inning, Sandoval, Huff, Ross, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. And puts us up in the pen. Looks like he will be coming on after Kennedy went the front 8. Miranda not too good with runners in scoring position this season, 172. And he fouls this one back, and now he's got him set up. Upton's at second, Young at first. Affeldt's thrown 34 pitches since he's come on. And Miranda tired of waiting.
Now we're going to get another meeting at the mound here.
That was the one game we had this year where the catcher must have went to the mound about 40 times.
Well, it couldn't have been the Dodgers, because usually that's Russell Martin going to the mound 40 times.
He's gone.
He's making those mound trips in New York now.
We had a mound visit. I can't remember what catcher it was, but he visited on every other pitch.
Well, Miranda hoping the 35th pitch from Jeremy Affeldt's a mistake. He missed with a breaking ball.
1 and 2. Roberts is on deck.
Whiteside telling Affeldt to settle down. And Affeldt's like, well, I would if you'd quit coming out to the mound so much.
Torture is what they call it in San Francisco.
He's the perfect man for this job.
Yeah, he is. Miranda digging in on a 1-2 count. And he strikes out. Well, that sets up the 9th, doesn't it? 2 left for the Diamondbacks. Here we go. 2-1. D-backs lead the Giants. Pablo Sandoval. This line drive that's caught by Parra. That was back in the 6th inning. A nice catch. And Parra out in left field.
Well, if you're still looking for the perfect Father's Day gift, bring old dad to the ballpark. The D-backs take on the White Sox for a Father's Day weekend. Enjoy post-game fireworks tomorrow, courtesy of Gila River Casinos. A trucker cap giveaway on Saturday, courtesy of Sports 620 KTAR. And a special Father's Day only barbecue set given away on Sunday. Get your tickets today at dbacks.com/homestand. All right, Greg Schulte. What do you got for us?
Now, JJ, 3 outings in his last 8 days for the Diamondbacks. 24 pitches most recently. And that was last night. He's 18 out of 20 in save opportunities as he comes in here against Kung Fu Panda.
And the heart of the order awaits him. Now, this is why we bought our tickets. Well, they bought their tickets. We're fortunate enough to watch this one for free, aren't we, Greg?
Yeah. We've seen several like this over the years, and they never get easier to take. Foul back to the screen.
Big old rip.
Torture.
From Sandoval. He was trying to tie this baby up with one swing.
And he's got that ability, and especially the way he's hit Diamondback pitching over the years. Ian Kennedy struck out 10 in 8 innings, allowed only 1 unearned run. Fouled it back.
Boy, he just challenged him right down the middle, didn't he?
Yep.
He beat him. He beat him with it. Sandoval was tardy on this, center cut fastball. That's the thing about J.J. Putz. He's not going to back down from anybody as well. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me with the bat. I'm not pitching around you.
You can hear the crowd. Oh, just in and out of the mitt of Montero.
Boy, he was just able to nick that fastball right on the outside corner, out of the glove of Miguel Montero. He throws it right where Montero wants it. Just can't quite squeeze it.
Diamondbacks trying to win a 1-run game here tonight and beat the Giants. And crawled within a game and a half in the division. And a ground ball back toward the middle, and that's a hit to start the ninth for San Francisco. Sandoval is on.
And he went with the split finger that time, and Sandoval was able to just keep that bat in the zone. And isn't that amazing? Just that little foul tip the pitch before kept him alive. And now the tying run is on first base, and Aubrey Huff, another Diamondback killer, as that split finger. It's a good pitch. Sometimes you got to just tip your cap to the hitter as that one gets through. Yeah, I'll wear a hat for that.
He's talking to himself, saying,
whooping it up a little bit. I don't blame him.
Huff's got a hit tonight, 1 for 3. And a ground ball that's over the head of Miranda. And it's first and third Giants here in the ninth inning.
Yeah, that time it looked like Miranda just mistimed his jump. Made a good pitch, but unfortunately it got chopped over the head of Juan Miranda. Watch, it looks like he mistimes his jump just a little bit. He goes up. Oh, I can't get it. I don't think he'd have been able to get it anyway. And now one Mr. J.J. Putz going to have to do some fancy dancing here to keep this in the win column. Sandoval easily to third base. Nobody out. First and third for the Giants.
And he's got Cody Ross here and Pat Burrell on deck. The infield back, they'll concede that tying run here. And a strike to Ross.
Nice little slider there to start him off.
So the Giants 2 hits here to start the top of the ninth inning.
Diamondbacks are going to concede the run and take a double play ball.
And a drive, and that's going to go foul on the left field line by Ross. Well, if J.J. ever needed a strikeout, he needs one right now.
You got that right. He's done a good job of getting ahead of Cody Ross with back-to-back sliders to get to 0-2. The only thing he can use right now to keep it at a 2-1 game is a strikeout or a pop-up.
Sandoval's at third base. Up is at first base. Nobody out.
Arms in the outfield are in left in Parra and in right in Upton.
High. 1-2.
You can see the middle infielders are back. They're going to play for a double play ball and concede the tie game at home and try to win it in the bottom of the ninth. They don't want to play the infield in and possibly give up a huge inning.
He struck him out swinging. Tied him up inside.
Gas right on the hands of Cody Ross. A great fastball hitter in Cody Ross. Putz knows it, but he put it right underneath his hands and got him. Tied him right up, as you said, Greg Schulte. One out. Big out.
Yep. 2 more to go, and this is Pat Burrell. Burrell, right-handed hitter. On the season as a pinch hitter, he's gone 2 for 15 with an RBI. And you know, so many times coming off the bench, that pinch hitter, he's looking for that first one he can drive somewhere. And Montero calls time now. And he's going to go visit with J.J.
No time for guesswork here. Let's figure it out right now. J.J., what do you want to do with this guy? Pat Burrell's been in this situation many times.
Burrell has never faced J.J. Putz. But he's faced a lot of pitchers over his time, that's for sure. He digs in. 1 out, first and third. First pitch coming. Strike, good fastball.
Boy, after a meeting on the mound, no nonsense fastball right down the middle to jump ahead 0-1, and that froze Pat Burrell. I was thinking the same thing you were, Greg. Coming off the bench, you're looking for that first good one to hit. That was it, and it froze him. They want a fastball in.
He got it a little too far in. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-run ball game. Diamondbacks and Giants. It has become the norm. Puts in trouble here in the 9th. 1 out. The 1-1 pitch. Time is called again. This time, I believe, by the hitter Burrell.
Yeah, Putz was putting him in the deep freeze there. That's what a lot of smart pitchers will do. Let you stand up there and get a little anxious, get a little nervous. So go ahead, if you're the hitter, just call timeout. Shake all that bad vibe out of there, and let's try it again.
And now we're ready.
Just missed the outside corner. 2-1.
Now there's a difference in a 2-1 count or a 1-2 count.
It's clearly outside. Not by a lot.
Nope.
But it's out there.
So Burrell has taken the upper hand on the count. 2-1. Big pitch coming up here by J.J. Putz. Ball 3.
Really a good take right there by Pat Burrell. Not over anxious. Putz jumped ahead 0-1, and then he tried to taunt him and tease him just off the plate, but Burrell's taken all 3. Now he's gotten himself in a good hitter's count, but I don't think Putz is just going to lay one in there trying to get a strike. I think he might stay with that breaking ball or maybe the split finger, try to get the swing and strike.
Sandoval at third. Huff at first, 1 down. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Well, that one had some good dip, some good dive right underneath the bat of Pat Burrell.
And the other thing, I mean, if you get that split, Montero's got to make sure he blocks the baseball, anything into the dirt.
You can see that one had some real good bite on it, some teeth down and in.
Full count now. Runner goes off first and a foul out of play.
Bruce Bochy pressing the accelerator, trying to stay out of the double play. And now if you're Miguel Montero and or Kirk Gibson, you don't want any miscommunication like you had a couple of nights ago. Maybe a fake to second base and try to draw the runner down third base, but I'm not making that throw to second base if you get the strikeout. Montero's had some trouble throwing the baseball this year.
Full count on Burrell. Up was running to the last one from first. Sandoval the runner at third. One out. The runner goes and a liner to left. Parra's got it. Sandoval tags. Here comes the throw. Offline. Sacrifice fly Burrell. This game is tied.
Well, you might as well appeal the play at third base just in case. It looked like Sandoval was okay on that line drive to left field. But you might as well appeal it anyway. Doesn't look like the Diamondbacks are going to, and Ian Kennedy is one tough luck. No decision. That's a crime.
So Burrell comes through on the 3-2 pitch. Parra was deep, and he also had to leap up a little bit to make that grab. Strong throw, but it was offline. Sandoval tag scored.
And no appeal play.
Nope. And now here's the rookie Brandon Crawford. And he lines one to left. Parra's there. The inning's over, but the damage done. The Giants have tied it. So now the Diamondbacks will have a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth. And they'll send up Ryan Roberts to lead it off. 2-2 game. The Giants get a run to tie the game of the ninth inning, but Gracie, now if you're the Diamondbacks, just turn around and win the game at the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, it's certainly the way you'd want to draw it up. Yeah, that's just a real shame that Ian Kennedy, as well as he pitched, he gave up an unearned run in 8 innings. And then, unfortunately, J.J. Putz couldn't get the 3 outs to get him the win. But that's the heartbreak and yet the elation of this game we love.
Kennedy in his 2 starts against the Giants, 2 no decisions this year. Listen to this, 16 innings, 8 hits, 1 unearned run, but 2 no decisions. Well, here we go. Santiago Casillas on to pitch. The right-hander making his 11th appearance of the year. He's only allowed 1 run in 7 2/3 innings since coming off the DL. Right-handers only 1 for 17 against him. Left-handers have gone 5 for 10. And the first one to Roberts is a strike. Roberts and then Parra, and then the pitcher's spot due up. There's a liner, and that's a hit. Torres got to be quick to it to cut it off. He'll hold Roberts to a leadoff single. to start the bottom of the 9th inning, and there is a potential winning run on base.
You had just said right-handers 1 for 17 going into that at-bat. Don't tell that to Ryan Roberts. He just rips one right back where it came from. Bang! Into center field it goes. Head stays right on it. Swinging through it, not to it. Whack! Into center field it goes, and now it's decision time. Do you put the bunt on with Gerardo Parra?
Well, he does not have a sacrifice bunt this year.
I think you have to.
Yeah,
here.
I agree. Sean Burroughs has moved out on deck. Javier Lopez going to get up, loosening in the Giant bullpen. Throw to first. Roberts gets back.
And if you want a successful sacrifice here, you want to bunt it to first base. Sandoval is right in a belt buckle right now, and he's moving in quickly. You want to bunt this ball over in this area, and you'll be successful. And we need to clear the telestrator. There we go.
Get that telestrator cleared.
Oh, boy. I had a million shouts in my ears. Clear the telestrator.
1-0 on Gerardo.
Another good ball game tonight, Greg.
Yeah. Hey, these two teams really play each other tough. The Giants win most. Maybe the Diamondbacks can pull this one out. Sandoval creeping in. Outside, ball 2-0. Milwaukee.
Yeah. And then let the next guy bunt.
The next guy in the on-deck circle, as we'll look at Matt Williams flashing the signs, is Sean Burroughs. Parra the man of the moment, though. After a leadoff knock here to start the bottom of the 9th by Roberts. Diamondbacks' 8th hit of the night. And there's a bunt. Picked up by Whiteside. The throw to second, out back to first. Safe there. Well, they're lucky they didn't hit into two there.
Very fortunate. Poor bunt there by Gerardo Parra. Well, that's painful. Not getting that bunt down. We've seen the Giants. They've been masterful with their fundamentals. Unfortunately, the Diamondbacks have not in this series. Roberts did the best he could. The foot was off the bag. That's really the only reason I think that Parra was safe, was because Hall came off the bag. Roberts does everything he can within the rules. I think a lower throw, and they might have had that double play, Greg.
I think you're right. I mean, the ball was just right there at the plate. A quick pickup for Whiteside. Sean Burroughs at the plate, pinch hitting. 6 for 19 as a pinch hitter. And he takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. The Diamondbacks gone 7 for 22 pinch hitting here in the month of June with a home run and 5 RBIs. Burroughs been a big reason for that. Hitting .316 off the bench as a pinch hitter. Well, would you gamble on maybe hit and running here or something?
Probably not. Probably not. Not with a guy that's been sitting over there on the bench for 2.5 hours. That's a lot to ask.
Burroughs was 0 for 8 as a pinch hitter to start his Diamondback career. 6 for his last 14. He fouls one back. And now he's in the hole 0-2. And on deck, it's Kelly Johnson. The Giants tied it with a run in the top of the 9th inning. Diamondbacks trying to scratch out a winning run here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 on and 1 out. Parra has his lead. Casillas ready. And a swing and a miss at the high fastball. 2 down. Here's Kelly. 0 for 3 with a walk tonight.
It's the old high hard one right by Sean Burroughs.
Kelly has struck out twice, line to right field. He walked back in the 3rd inning. Man, he just gave him the hit one out of here, son.
Yeah, whatever that one is.
Well, these two teams in one-run games. Diamondbacks this season have gone 1 for 4 against San Francisco. 1-4 record. 13-5 against the rest of Major League Baseball. Late strike call from Kerwin Danley.
Casilla running some good stuff up there.
Up to the bullpens now here tonight. Two starters do not figure into this one.
Breaking ball. Casilla's starting to feel it out there. He's getting emotional.
Now Kelly's in the hole 0-2. Torres at first, 2 down. High.
Hello.
Looking for a 2-out knock here. We won't get it. We're going to go extra innings. To the 10th we go. A 2-2 game. Jack Link's beef jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. And how about this for the San Francisco Giants? Their 11th extra inning game. They're 7-3. Diamondbacks are 4-3, so it's their 8th. And we have a new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, David Hernandez, 3rd straight game against the Giants. He'll face Eli Whiteside and then Andres Torres and Aaron Rowan. A 9th inning run tied this game for San Francisco. And they've been good, as we said, in extra inning games, 7-3. Whiteside tonight 0 for 3. For David Hernandez, game number 34, most on the club. Low ball 1.
The only time David Hernandez has had any problems is with the first batter he faces. If he handles the first batter he faces, he usually cruises. Let's see if he can handle Whiteside.
Ground ball down to 3rd. Roberts keeps it in front of him and throws. Nice footwork over there by Miranda.
Well, he ended up making a really nice play. That was a tough hop that he was able to knock down. And a good play over there by Miranda as well. Keep it in front, keep it in front. That's exactly what he does. And he makes the play.
Here's Torres, who's had 1 at bat. That was back in the 8th inning. He flied to center. Outside ball 1.
Yeah, David Hernandez now in his first season as a bullpen guy. He's been a starter his whole career. His first season, he's on pace for over 80 appearances already, Greg.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's a scorcher, but foul into the seats down the right field line. 33rd game. He's worked 32 in the third innings.
He's worked 3 out of the last 4 days as well. So I would imagine you're only going to see David Hernandez for 1 inning.
Yeah. Two balls and a strike. Down the left field line, that's going to go out of play. An update on Ian Kennedy now. 7 games against the Giants in his career. He has an earned run average of 1.81.
I mean, he has been absolutely delicious against the San Francisco Giants. Yeah, tough luck, no decision for Ian Kennedy tonight.
Foul out of play. These two teams, when they met here at Chase Field earlier in the season, April 15th, 16th, and 17th. The pitch outside, full count now, 3-2. They played a 12-inning game in the finale of that 3-game series, in which the Diamondbacks won 6-5. In that game, the Diamondbacks scored an 8th-inning run to tie it, and then got a game-winning Stephen Drew hit in the 12th to win it. Torres draws a walk. I mean, you got a speed guy on now.
Now it's dangerous because now you turn the lineup over. That was the number 9 slot.
Only the second walk given to the Giants tonight. Well, Torres aboard. And here is Aaron Rowan, who is 0 for 4. The bullpen phone rings in left field for the D-backs.
I would imagine Joe Patterson probably going to be the call down there shortly.
Torres is 7 for 9 in stolen base attempts.
Yep, it's going to be Joe Patterson.
Rowan takes it outside, ball 1.
And now Hernandez has got to remind himself to throw strikes. Late in the game. Walks 10 to score.
David had 19 walks coming in here. That was his 20th. Whoa, high throw over there. Runner back. Patterson and Heilman in the pen. Well, we need a double play ball here. Outside, it missed.
All of a sudden, Hernandez having trouble finding the strike zone. You can see his body language starting to show. Maybe some fatigue. He's been worked a lot here this week. Got a real quick out to start the inning, but then Torres worked him for a walk, and now he's missed with a couple here to Rowan. Going to have to challenge Aaron Rowan right here. Hopefully he can hit it at somebody if you're David Hernandez.
Popped up.
He did it. He went right down Broadway and beat him.
Number 2.
Sometimes you just have to do that. David Hernandez understood that. By hook or by crook, I ain't walking you. If you hit a home run, you hit a home run, but I ain't walking you. And he won the battle right there.
Bill Hall, the batter now.
Big guts there.
Yep.
From David Hernandez. I mean, right there to hit. Golly.
You can see Rowan's reaction.
He knows he missed his pitch.
Hall had one at bat in the 8th inning as he came on as a pinch hitter, struck out looking. 10th strikeout of the night at that time for Kennedy. Throw over. Now Torres may be in a little bit more of a hurry to try and steal here and get in scoring position. He has 7 steals. He's been caught twice.
Got a pretty good sized lead right now, but David Hernandez gets it to home plate pretty quickly.
And gets strike 1 on Bill Hall. It's always important, too, when you get a base stealer over there. Get ahead with the strike. Hall released by Houston. The Giants picked him up. And it's popped up. Is there a play? Miranda in foul ground. He's got it.
David Hernandez just continues to impress.
He really does.
Didn't have his best stuff tonight.
He battled through it.
He got through it.
Absolutely. A walk, a man left to the bottom of the 10th. We're tied. Justin Upton, Chris Young do up against Santiago Casilla, who worked the bottom of the 9th inning. I remember a few years back here when Trevor Hoffman was pitching for the Padres and Stephen Drew took him deep for a game-winning home run. You remember that?
Walked him off, yeah.
Yeah. Drew's only hit 4 on the year. He's driven in 39. He's got a hit tonight, 1 for 4. He leads it off, and he takes down low.
Great Trevor Hoffman didn't walk off very often, did he?
Upton with 2 hits on deck, and then Young with a home run after him. So now you have 2, 3, and 4 in the order up here in the bottom of the 10th if you're a Diamondbacks fan.
And if anybody reaches, Miguel Montero.
Ball 2.
Bad. Missed bad. Back to back.
Casilla in the 9th inning gave up a leadoff single to Roberts, but the Diamondbacks didn't advance a runner past first base. A force out on a bunt, a strikeout, and then another strikeout to end the inning. So he toughened up. He working on that bubble gum. Swing and a miss.
Boy. That's puzzling to me. When a guy misses that badly with 2 pitches in a row. And a full swing right there at a fastball in the dirt. That's what I like. You just, sometimes as a hitter, you just get your mind made up that it's going to be a fastball down the middle, and you're going to swing no matter what.
Three and 1.
Yeah, it's much better there, Steven. Much more patient.
Well, as they always say, a walk's as good as a hit. The pitch. Ground ball hit toward the hole. Sandoval cuts it off, straightens up, and throws him out. 1 down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Stephen Drew never got a strike and ended up making an out right there. A 3-1 pitch that he just took a really defensive swing at and ended up hitting an easy ground ball to the third baseman.
Now Upton. Justin tonight, a couple of hits, a single and a double. He's 2 for 4. His double was his 18th of the year, along with 11 home runs. 3 triples also. And he hits one way back. Diamondbacks win! A walk-off for Upton. And they walk off here, winning 1 of the 3, pulling back to within a game and a half of San Francisco in the West. Justin Upton. Celebrate, guys. Hard-fought win.
Right in the middle of them, their manager, Kirk Gibson.
Well, he knows how hard they've been playing.
He's fired up.
Absolutely. Well, the Diamondbacks have won twice this season against the Giants, and both have been in extra innings right here at Chase Field. 12 innings back in April. 10 innings here tonight. Upton, what a night. 3 hits, the game-winning home run. Let's go down to Brad.
That's right. Obviously, a lot of one-run games between these two teams, and we talked about the importance of this series. Take us to that last at-bat first, though.
I just had to get a fastball up. You know, he throws a pretty hard sinker. I got to pitch up and barreled it.
You've had a couple of walk-off hits so far this season. Usually you're a little better about getting away from the scrum, but Gibby was even in on that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to get away from that one. You know, it's a big moment for us, and you know, we won a big game, so you know, just got to move on and enjoy this one.
How important was it for you guys to come back tonight after losing the first 2 games against the first-place Giants to make some kind of a statement?
Yeah, it was big for us. You know, we battled the first 2 games, didn't come out on top. They did, and you know, for us, you know, we had to come out today and try to take at least one, and you know, just make it a big game for us and play hard.
You know, this team's been so good about picking each other up. Ian Kennedy pitched his heart out tonight and was not a factor in the decision. How much of that was that talked about in the dugout about making sure you came back and got a win in this game?
Ian pitched unbelievable. He came out with good stuff, pounded the zone, and you know, he gave us a chance to win. And you know, as well as he did, he deserves this one.
Appreciate it, JF. Guys, we'll send it back to you. Stick around as the post-game show continues. We'll talk with Chris Young as well.
All right, Brad, what a celebration. Diamondbacks a winner. For more information, highlights, breaking news of the D-backs, check out FoxSportsArizona.com. Don't you dare go anywhere. We're ready to give you a complete wrap of the game. It's Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink, and it starts right after a short break.